Masters of HyperRandom finalist showdown. We had TaToH versus Vilessa yesterday in a best of 5. TaToH won that 3-1, so he gets revenge for Vilessa beating him in Masters of HyperRandom 1. And then we had Vinchester versus Andy in a 3-0, but Andy was pretty competitive in every single game, especially the last one. I can't believe Vinchester came back from that. That was actually such a crazy comeback. HyperRandom, as we know, all the resource values are random, so these sheep have 98. This one has 67. Elephant with 426 food. Rhino with 406. And then an interesting map layout here. Komodo Island. Oh my goodness. You don't want to come out here. There's some chickens with some food in them, and there's some berries, but damn, dude, you do not want to come to this island. Not with the bleed damage on Komodo dragons now. That's really, really brutal. Lithuanians for Vinchester over here on this island. And then we have TaToH with the Chinese over here on this one. And TaToH kind of running out of food a little bit. He started with the 3 extra vills, which is nice. But he's got to get some food under the TC because at the moment, he's stalling out. Already got Loom. Going to have some idle TC time. And you won't have any idle TC time for the Lithuanians to start with 100 food. Also, Vinchester's able to get the fishing ship out early because he could send his villagers to wood. And these straggler trees have quite a bit of wood, so he doesn't even need to make a lumber camp. So this is a better start, actually, for the Lithuanians than it is for the Chinese on a map like this. TaToH is already behind in villagers with Chinese, and he's just going for the lumber camp. This is going to be a really tough, really tough start for him. They do start with an elite karambit as well, but there's no way to get it to the other islands, so nothing much to be done. Looks like they've spawned with outposts. There's a few fish. Actually, that snapper is 355 food, so there's a lot of fish available. And Vinchester just has a much better start here with the fishing ships already coming out. TaToH not going for the trees, even though they have 311 wood on them. Not going for those. We finally get to see dragon ships. Ooh. Yeah, Chinese dragon ships could be nice. This guy's dead. He's taking that bleed damage, dude. He's taking that bleed damage. Look at that. He's bleeding. He's running away now. The elite karambit looks so... I don't know. It doesn't look very karambit-y anymore. This is a warm-up. This is a show match for the full tournament, Rooster Chuck. This is just a rematch series between the previous 2 finalists. So Vinchester held on to his crown, I suppose you could say. Ooh, these have 251 food on them. That's a good spot by TaToH. The foxes also have 47 gold on each of those, and the fruit bush over here is 243. So that's quite a bit of food. 1,500 food with a fish nearby. If he gets a mill set up here, that's really nice. Yeah, this is just a show match. TaToH got revenge against Vilessa, and they're playing a best of 5 or a best of 7 here. Winner takes home 300. Loser takes home 200. This guy's dead. Maybe. Remember the bleed damage, dude. You're dead. The bleed. The bleed. No, dude. Kareva goes down. Bro, these baobab trees have 214 wood on them. Oh my god. How much wood is on this map? 330k. This wood line is going to be very efficient for a very long time for TaToH. 4 fishing ships now for Vinchester. He's ahead by a few resources. Feudal age on the way. Looks like TaToH wants to go fast castle maybe, or maybe he just didn't have the food to try and go feudal. But he has docked the outside, whereas Vinchester has docked the middle area. You can connect over on this side, but it might take Vinch a while to find these docks. Wait, do Samsung fridges give you ads, Omer? Do you get ads on your fridge? They started this week? Oh my god. Ah, dude. Do you have to pay a subscription fee to keep it cold, or what's going on? I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. Here comes the mill from TaToH. Lots of food on the berries there. 3K. Okay, so this should be a water war, right? Most of the resources are near the edge of the map. TaToH is going for a fast castle play, so he's probably going to try and play into, like, war galley upgrade earlier. Vinchester can expand his fish a little bit if he wants to, and he's gone for a second dock because he's going to have water control early, but it's going to take him a long time to get over here. These areas on the little islands here aren't even that important either. This is gearing up to be just a full-on water war. Not the greatest HyperRandom generation, but you get everything with HyperRandom. TaToH resources looking really solid. Vinchester just now coming over here. And he is going to find the villagers from TaToH. He still hasn't seen any docks. Nothing. The exploration is crazy from him. He knows the entire map, except where TaToH is docked. He's going to assume it's back here somewhere. Feudal Age is in for TaToH. Market, blacksmith. Oh, we started with a blacksmith, so that's fine. So it's just a market, and then the docks on the front side. So if you're Vinchester, this feels like a really awkward position right now. You found the fish from TaToH. You're going to clear up some of the fish from TaToH, but it's taking you a very long time. You're not in a position to click up to Castle Age. And once you see these redocks here, there's really not that much you can do about it. So you're going to lose your fish regardless. And now TaToH is trying to repair his fishing ships against galleys until this tower can go up. Can't say I've ever quite seen a situation like this. Tower's up. And now Vinchester is microing around the tower so he can kill the fishing ship that is being repaired. Nice. Like I said, I can't quite say that I've seen anything like that before. Fire's on the way out from TaToH. Still only 4 on gold for him. Should probably pull some off berries, to be honest. He needs some more on gold, and he's sending a few more here. He does need to protect this gold, too, because all of his golds are within range of the water. So there's a lot on food right now for TaToH. Definitely needs more on wood. Definitely needs more on gold. He could take these trees as well. This is a lot of wood on those. 192, 311, 311. More fire galleys on the way in. Vinchester just expanding his fire galley or his galley mass. Going for fletching as well. Taking in another rhino, and he wants to get up to Castle Age as quickly as he can. Okay, war galley coming in from TaToH. Soon. Bop. There it is. Vinchester knows he might be in trouble. He might also want to add in some fire galleys in front of the galley mass. If you're fighting up against fire ships and you have a big galley mass and you're not going to be in Castle Age anytime soon, the strategy is to add in some fire galleys in front to distract them. And then you have your galleys chipping away at them from behind. Fire galley coming around this way. He's going to be looking for the fish. Vinchester's still in with 5 fish. And TaToH running away. Unfortunately for him, the demo popped out at the wrong side. Of course he's got a demo because it's TaToH. And he finds himself a pretty good demo hit. Lots of damage there. Fire coming in from behind, too. Vinchester losing his galley mass, and Vinchester's on the way to Castle Age. Not the most interesting HyperRandom generation. Like I said before. Full-on water battle here. I love it for these islands to be, like, buildable on, but they're so hilly. There's so many Komodos. You can't even really get over there. Even if you land your opponent's island, there's only a few spots you can really build. So it's just like a full-on water battle. Chip damage from TaToH. Can't clear up the Navy, though. Minute and a half away. I just hope we see dragon ships. Right now, all I'm hoping for from this matchup is that TaToH manages to get dragon ships, because I think I've only seen them twice. Remember how you wanted a water map yesterday? Yeah, most of the times it generates water maps. It's like a good balance. This one's just a pure water map. I think Chinese will have the better navy, right? They do get shipwright, they get dragon or Lushan, and they get dragon ships. Which is like a better fast fire. How do dragon ships perform against other ships in comparison to fast fire? Has Spirit of the Law done a thing yet? That's the only way you guys know. If he's done a thing. War Galley Mass versus Fires. And TaToH's thinking it. He's bringing in this Rhino now. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. He's thinking him. He's thinking dragon ships. Second TC from Vinchester. TaToH looks at the back for more fish. He still has fish back here, too. And now he's got 11 villagers on this Rhino, so that food's going to be coming in quick. He's still taking food over here, too. That was an extremely valuable mill. The Karambit is actually still alive for Vinchester as well. You can notice on all this wildlife for HyperRandom, it does regenerate. So if you weaken it with a villager, by the time your next villager gets there, it'll have regenerated some of its HP. Halper, thank you for the 37. Appreciate it. Imperial Age coming in for TaToH. 41 villagers, 6 fishing ships. He's going dragons. And the monks are coming out for the relics. It is standard I guess you could go for a wonder victory. If you really wanted to be spicy here and it was a stalemate on water, you could go for a wonder victory. But it has to be a stalemate on water, because by the time TaToH completes that wonder, Vinchester could definitely have cannon galleons to range it, because I don't think there's anywhere he could really place it outside of the range of cannon galleon. Dude. Gill nets for TaToH. Relic coming in. Market going down. That's unfortunate. That's kind of inconvenient. Probably wants another market, that's for sure. And Vinchester goes for the transport ship. I think that's to get the relics. I'm pretty sure this transport's to get the relics. I don't think it's to actually transport over here. He doesn't have any stone or anything like that. Handcart now on the way. Town Watch on the way. Fires are still pushing him back. There goes careening from TaToH. And Dragon Ship. Do it. Dragon Ship. Do it. Do it. Nice, dude. Nice, bro. We get to see him. Oh, the timing's a little bit off here, though, Tata. Can't afford to lose these. He's trying to push this stuff back. He really wants to fight him in this choke point here. He kind of wants to pull him in and then get his upgrade at the perfect moment. Fire's coming over here. Vinchester maybe hasn't fought up against dragon ships that much, so he might have even forgotten that they exist for the Chinese. Here it comes. And TaToH's got him now. He's got him now. They look weird. They don't really look like an Imperial Age unit, but they are. And they're very powerful. 150 HP. Demos still do well against them, though. And good demos there from Vinchester to clear that up. As Vinchester now tries to load some villagers on the transport ship. He's got 9 on stone. Where is he going with that, though? He's going right into the Komodos. And he's setting up a lumber camp. I don't think you, brother, I don't think you need to go to the middle for wood. I think you're good at home. 34k just on this side. Not impressive so far. You just wait, bruh. They look cool. We need Lushans. We need Dragon Ship Lushan. Heavy demo, of course. It's TaToH. Boom. Castle building squad. You can't really make a castle here. Maybe he wants to clear the way for a castle. It's only 55 wood on each of these trees. He could chop through this pretty quick and get a castle there. Maybe. I don't know. Right now, there just aren't enough dragon ships, bro. TaToH's docks, he doesn't have any in the center area, so he has to send his ships all the way around. And Vinchester's resources looking really solid. TaToH still hasn't added a second TC. What are the differences between dragon ships and normal fires? Something? I guess. Imperial Villager, thank you for the 5 gifted. Vinchester snags the relic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Cheek. Uh-oh. This could be a problem. That tower's not really going to do anything. This could be an issue for Vinchester. Dragon ships are in the War Galley mass now. More dragon ships from this side. That monk is not rangeable anymore. Good job from Vinch. And the demo is coming in from TaToH. The demo is coming in. TaToH, use the demo! It's being blocked by a chicken! It was being blocked by a chicken, dude. Run over the chicken. A literal cock block. Run over the chicken, bro. No one cares. TaToH was probably as confused as us. That chicken was out there, man. That chicken was out there. Castle going up from Vinchester. Imperial Age is on the way. Lushan's being added in now from TaToH. Another somewhat... Oh, okay. TaToH's like, I ain't got no spots to put a TC, bro. There's no flat area. I can't put it up here. I can't put it over here. Like, I gotta put it here. He's booming now, folks. He is absolutely booming now. Here's the Lushan. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's got arrows against units, and it's got this little treb thing against buildings. It doesn't even look like it should float. Like, there's nothing underneath the water there. It's just hovering. Doesn't do much against land units. But I think it does have bonus against ships, right? Yeah. The other one, anyway. Ooh, nice demo. Well. These things have bleed damage. And she went down to the bleed. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Will he die to the bleed? Will he die to the bleed? He's not bleeding anymore. He stopped the bleeding. He absolutely stopped the bleeding. And that's what Vinchester needs to do in this situation. He needs to stop the bleeding. This TaToH is all over his ass. TaToH has enough stone for a castle. He's got a transport ship. He's loading in the monks. Not sending the villagers, though. This honestly might be a wonder game, if they remember. What's the range on these? 10 plus 3. So it's 13. Don't think there's anywhere Vinchester could build a wonder that's outside of the range of the water. He does have towers all over the place, though. No guard tower, just watchtower. And no heated shot yet. So these are doing nothing. These towers are doing absolutely nothing. He's just trying to secure golds. Monk goes down. TaToH no ballistics. He's getting it now. And he really needs it. In Vinchester, I mean, 114 villagers. He has a super villager lead. But he's losing vills all over the place. And he still has not been able to dislodge TaToH from this position. What are the rules of this match? Random Civ, hyper random match. That's it. 1 restart per player, I think, or maybe 2 restarts in a best of 7. I think it's 1 restart in a best of 7. I'll have to check. I know I told them just use the rules of the Masters of HyperRandom 3 handbook. So it might be 2. Why doesn't Vinch just call it? Because he has an insane eco lead and he can still win the game. How good are the Chinese fire ships compared to the regular ones? I think they're slightly better. They have more HP. They have more attack as well. I'm sure the regular fire ships are better against something. And there's some sort of trade-off there, but I don't know what it is. Ooh. Vinchester being sneaky. Trying to come across here. He's going to run into these dragon ships. And there's double tower from TaToH with Great Wall on the way and chemistry. Vinchester just needs a big old galley mass. And he's got so much stone right now, folks. Like, he can castle this whole area. Go for a wonder, Vinch. Just go for a wonder, bro. It's standard victory. Do it. Do it. Heated shot in? No. But at least he finally got guard tower. So that's something. I love the eco upgrades for Vinch, too. TaToH doesn't even have horse color. Does have Chinese, though, so his farms last a little bit longer, I guess. Yeah, Vinchester is kind of coming back here. He's sending more villagers. Remember, you can't really go for castles up here until you chop some of these trees. There's nowhere to build them. But he can go for keeps or guard towers around this area, and TaToH is getting keeps. So there's a lot of stone here. We're just going to see a ton of towers. The Komodo strike again. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're just going to see a ton of towers. Some ships as well. Heated shot is in for Vinchester. So these ships are going to, or these towers are actually going to be doing quite well. And TaToH is landing now. TaToH is tower rushing. The Karambit finally goes down. He's also going to make a dock on Vinchester's side. And Great Wall is already in, and Vinchester has not dealt with that just yet. But Vinchester is tower rushing the center area. And Vinchester has more than enough stone to just go for a castle here. It should be ranged, though, from the Lushan. So Vinchester will control this middle corridor. TaToH's going to try and control Vinchester's home island. We've got Trebs coming out here from Vinchester to deal with these towers. I don't know how long TaToH can hang out here. TaToH also getting shipwright. Vinchester does not get that. And TaToH has not gotten heated shot yet. He's getting it now. I think Vinchester can hold this. It's turned into a kind of like, it's a pure naval game, but at the same time it isn't. Like it's a navy tower game at the moment. And unfortunately for Vinch, he's going to lose a lot of this navy coming through here. That Lushan could tank a lot of damage, and these galleons are going to take out another one. But holy, the dragon ships and the towers got a lot of value there. This whole navy just got cleared up. I think it's still kind of fine for Vinch, though. Still trying to control this area. Looks like he's got a monk with a relic in there. TaToH has 4 relics currently. Vinchester, if he gets that back, he's going to have 4 as well. Stalemate. Wonder time. Wonder time. Wonder time if they remember its standard victory. Do it. Even if you just, if you're floating enough res to put one down, and you just give your opponent the notification, they're like, oh shit. Where would you put the wonder? TaToH would have to delete stuff here. Vinchester could put it a lot of spaces because he's actually cleared the trees here. TaToH walling himself off and making towers over here as the latest comes in to try and clear that out. Fully upgraded towers soon for TaToH. What about Vinchester? Vinchester needs keep, needs architecture, murder holes. That's about it. Shortly, think for the 6 months. TaToH just came out of a 2.5-hour Rage Forest game. So this is nice, right? Could have a 2-hour game 1. Has TaToH got Great Wall? Yes, he has. 3,218 HP on these keeps. And he's getting murder holes, too. He is fine. He was chilling in game. He was chilling in... You're saying he wasn't doing anything? I watched his POV, dude. He was the most annoying player for the other team. Every time, I was watching Viper's POV too. Every time they thought they were gaining somewhere, TaToH would cut in and kill 40 trade or whatever. That game was a stalemate, though. Another tower over here from Vinchester. He's had enough of these Komodos as well. So, Elite Cannon Galleon could be nice for Vinch. He's trying to keep this Treb alive. He's trying to go for this tower, but the Lushan is actually really solid here. Now we have more keeps from Vinchester. 2,500 gold in the bank, and or stone in the bank, and he's still got more stone over here. There's just an everlasting supply of stone on this one. Build a wonder, dude. Build a wonder, guys. Rocketry on the way for TaToH. Does that affect Lushan's? I think it does. Ah, Lushan's fire rockets. Oh. Isn't this map too big for 1v1? Nope. There is somewhat... I think there's variable size for some hyper-random maps as well. Okay, let's see what they look like now. 25 plus 7. And they fire rockets. I want to see the rockets. Okay, you get some rockets there. TaToH's still pushing over here. Dragon ships are over on the side too. Or no, Lushans. These things are dangerous, dude. You're Vinchester, you're just wondering, like, what can I do against that? TaToH's got, like, the full unique navy composition with some galleons mixed in behind. Vinchester has more population, but it's just tough. He still has galleons over here. He could use those, actually. More keeps. And he's not running out of stone anytime soon, either. Oh, look at how quickly. The Lushans are just destroying these, man. He did snipe the last one, though, so TaToH needs to back up. Keeps are still being cleared up. Galleons coming around this way. More villagers at the back here with towers, and Vinchester has to reposition again. He's making another transport ship somewhere, but I don't think it's... He's planning to come forward onto TaToH's island anytime soon. I think this is inevitable for TaToH now. These units are just too good. These units are just too good, dude. And TaToH has done a really good job with the towers, slowly expanding across the base from Vinchester. GGG! TaToH takes game 1. A full-on water battle against Chinese. I mean, I think I just learned something today, and I think Vinchester just learned something today. Don't get in a full-on water stalemate against Chinese, because you're not going to have a fun time. You're not going to have a good time. The dragon ships are kind of like, okay, whatever, but the Lushans, these things seem very, very powerful. This guy has 17 kills, this one. You can see it reflected in the KD, like 267 against 169. 69 military. Nice. He's Lithuanians on a water map. Lithuanians are generally pretty good on water maps for the start. He definitely had a much better start than TaToH. They also don't have a terrible navy. But don't ... me, because it was random civs, brother. Hybrid, I agree, but pure water like that. Obviously, they're not going to be as good as Chinese late game, right? But they're not a terrible water civ. They get elite cannon galleon. They get galleons with the bracer. The only thing they're missing is shipwright, I think. And he had a really big advantage going into feudal age because of Lithuanians. You need, for dragon ships, you need Lushans unlock right away. But for dragon ships, you need just like the fast fire tech. Dave, would you win against T90 if he was on a controller? I could probably face like 5 T90s on a controller. He needs, the thing about Tristan is he needs at least 2,000 hours on anything to be good at it. So unless he's been practicing in a back room somewhere, I think we'll be fine. All right, Vinchester playing as Malay. We got a land map this time. And TaToH playing as Khmer. Well, a hybrid map anyway. We have oysters on this map. And some fish on the sides. Game number 2. Looks like gold, there's a lot of at the back. 12.5k at the back of TaToH's base. Stone, there's also a ton of. Almost 5k on that patch. And TaToH is host. Because he saw this tent. And he's like, all right, I don't need to build houses right away. He's forced to get loom early, which is okay, I suppose. Vinchester didn't seem to have that problem. Doesn't look like there's any real boars around. There's one with 225 food. And some herdables hanging around the sides. Also some deer on this area. And they do start with a King Sancho, so their scouting should be pretty good. If you lose Sancho, you don't lose the game, by the way. Let's see what the value on these fish is. Shorefish is 55. Salmon is good at 360. The perch has 329. So there's quite a bit of food. Oh my god, pandas. He's gonna fall off. He's gonna fall off. Ah! I told you. I told you. But he's back. Don't worry, he's okay. Sick, dude. Love that panda. Panda animation. Super cool. Clemspec, thank you for the 24 months. Alright, so fishing ships coming out for both. Malay versus Khmer. Two civs that could definitely play a fast castle sort of approach. Malay probably the better civ on a hybrid map like this. I mean, probably just the better civ in general. So we'll see what Vinchester can do with them. TaToH with Khmer is dangerous, though. How much gold on the ice oysters? I think 680. Yeah, there's a lot of gold available over here. And Vinchester actually doesn't have any of it. If he had gone up here, he would have found some. But I mean, like, it's not like they're going to be contesting this and taking the oysters at the same time. Whoever wins this pawn is just going to have control over this. So the location of them doesn't really matter all that much. Killing the king doesn't win the game? No. No, it's just a King Sancho. I think you can get regicide. Nice little double deer push by TaToH here too. You can get regicide options on HyperRandom, but your unit is literally named keep this unit alive. So it lets you know. Let's see. Horses 224. Secondary gold 327. Then these stones have a ton on them. Wood lines look like they have quite a bit of wood on them too. Feudal Age is coming in for Vinchester super quick. Feudal Age is coming in for TaToH. They both clicked up at around the same time, but Vinchester's Malay. So he's going to get there real early. The question for me is, like, is he going to have any gold? Is he going to have any gold to make Navy? He's just now sending villagers out to gold. He won't even have enough for one ship, I think. Like, he's going to be lucky to be able to afford a galley. Honestly. And TaToH is stretching out for this gold at the front. Despite having a gold back here. So Vinch can see that. He can also see the gold back here. He knows something is weird is going on here. For TaToH. And it might just be a land approach for TaToH. Weird. He's exploring with the fishing ship now. It's going to be one fire galley only for Vinch. This is the hazard of going up that early with Malay. You're not really able to afford all that much. Stable. Within sight of the king, too. Vinchester's like, I know it's there. He's hanging out. He's telling him he knows. And there's the barracks in response from Vinchester. And the big walls as well to the edge of the map. It's only one fire galley here. Can TaToH afford a defensive fire galley? Soon. Maybe, but... start losing here soon. He just goes for another dock on the other side. If he can control the villagers getting out here with the scouts, he could just full fish boom over on this side. Still hasn't even gone for a fire galley over here. He might add one soon. And the villagers are actually coming forward from TaToH. Ooh. Is this an archery range? Is this a tower? It's an archery range. So forward range with scouts behind. Two different approaches here. Vinchester wants to control the water. Expand his fishing eco, which is understandable. And TaToH just sneaking fish over here. And going for military on the land. He's not going to be able to fully deny the wall. She gets a couple taps. But he will be able to kill the villager potentially. Maybe. TaToH? TaToH? Doesn't get it. Nice job from Vinch. Archer is coming out over here, though, so he needs to be careful. And Vinchester has discovered this dock from TaToH. So no sneaky business allowed. Vinchester's going to find that one. Scout is in here. There's no weak villagers. You can't snipe any of those. However, the archers are coming out to clear up that last vill over there. Vinch seems like he's got a pretty good setup here. If he can wall the front side of his base and prevent TaToH from getting in, if he can get a villager over here, which I think he's going to go for. Yeah, he's sending one right now. And get a dock up on this side. I think he's going to have a really, really good setup. But TaToH is not content with hanging out behind the walls. He's going to try and push in here with the vills and the archers. And there's not an archer range for Vinchester just yet. So he has to go for a tower. Malay suck? Dude, Malay are great. What are you talking? Malay are like good on every sort of map. Yeah, Malay are like top 5 Civ. If not top 5, definitely top 10. Just in general. The entire chat getting one guide? Yep. Okay, Vinchester does not have enough wood over here. For a dock. TaToH hasn't gone for any navy on that side, though. He's looping in here. And Vinchester will need to either re-wall here or make some skirms or something. Right now he's making archers. As TaToH continues to be annoying. And TaToH will discover this too. So his free fish boom over here is not so free anymore. Just Tech AoE stats website for Malay match stats. ... Number 1, do not ... me. That's it. Do not ... Fletching coming in for Vinchester. TaToH has been fully kicked off this area. Once Vinch can get some time, he can expand his fish eco over here, and then he can use the fish to take the gold. Uh-oh, Panda, don't do that. Don't go back there. Don't go back there. Ah! It's fine. Oh, Vinchester not noticing this. Loses a villager to the archers. He's going to go around and clear that up. TaToH kind of gearing up for Castle Age a little bit. You can see him adding a second dock over here. Really doesn't want to lose his fish eco on this side, and doesn't want to give Vinchester full control of that pawn either. Is the panda okay? He's dead. Oh no, that's this one. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Another dock on this side from Vinch. Could you attack ground the pandas with a mangonel? I mean, you could. It's not going to do anything. Things are built like a Byzantine castle, bro. Bro, Vinch needs a market stat. He has 800 gold. He's going to be up to Castle Age before TaToH. TaToH might click before him, but Vinch is definitely going to get there first. And that'll help him contest the water over on this side. Vinchester, please just buy food and click up. There we go. Waiting for the villager to come out. Second archer range on the way. And TaToH still showing up at this wood line. And there's a bunch of weak vills back here. Vinch has to be careful. Yeah, the War Galley upgrade will come in first for Vinchester, and he already has control over this pawn too. He's buying wood now for more demos, for more archers. TaToH on land, really exposed. His archer range is forward, which is unfortunate when it comes to defense. If he can hold the pressure from Vinchester into this base, that's fine. But when Vinchester comes to his base, it's going to be really, really tough. Vinch is just like double stacking docks over in the corner here. Does not want to give up this pawn. He wants full control of this one. And then contested control over here. Castle Age is in. If you're TaToH, you're actually kind of happy. You managed to get a somewhat decent Castle Age relative to the Malay getting up. Playing against Malay, you're just so used to being later to every single age. That's really, really nice for TaToH, all things considered. Sancho. Sancho's gonna die. Sancho's gonna die. Sancho's gonna die. Sancho is dead. Next time, go live earlier. What? Brother, I had to wait for 30 minutes for TaToH to be out of a game anyway. What do you mean? What do you mean next time go live earlier? You go live. These scrims have already killed a Vill. They might kill more too. The scouts are coming in hot. Vinchester not paying attention. He's going to lose these crossbows. TaToH not paying attention. He's on stand ground. They're both microing over here. We got a siege workshop going up from TaToH. Another villager going down from Vinchester. 42 vills against 45. And TaToH has more fish as well, but it looks like TaToH is about to lose all of his fish over here. And Vinchester now has access to all of the oysters over on this side that he sees now. Dude, these archers have been so annoying for Vinch. Holy cow. TaToH adds the second TC. University coming up now. Remember, if he ever loses this forward position, it's really, really rough for him. But Vinchester's eco right now is a little bit strained. TaToH's is looking more consistent. He got the farms up. Vinchester just adding some. Vinchester doesn't have an insane fish boom, and now the actual fish is running out. The food is running out. He'll be left with oysters only. And it's all been just kind of reactionary for Vinchester, other than the water. On the land, it's been reactionary. On the water, he's actually taken the initiative. Dude, these freaking skirms have been killing way too much. This scorpion's getting good value, though. Malay fish traps, though. You're not at the point where you want to set up fish traps yet. He's just taking the oysters right now. Okay. TaToH working away with Ram. Need a mangonel from Vinchester. It's on the way in, but the archer range will go down. That's unfortunate. He does control both of the pawns, and he does have a ton of wood, so he could put that wood into more docks and more fishing ships if he wants to. That will be on TaToH's mind for sure. The fact that Vinchester is controlling the pawns, but he also knows that he's disrupted Vinchester's eco a lot. And TaToH has a really solid farming eco with Khmer. So you look at res collected, despite the fact that Vinchester has control over the pawns, TaToH's still ahead in res collected. As the knights now come in, trying to snipe the mangonel. The skirms get the monks, and Vinchester is in a rough spot here. TaToH, so aggressive under the TC. He's just right under that town center. He's coming in with the knights. Vinchester trying to quick wall the villagers over here. There's still a hole here. He's trying to deal with the ram as well. Like, Vinch knows that he's got control over both pawns, but if he can't stop this land pressure, he's cooked. And once again, he fails to get the conversion. Dodges ballistics. Finally clears the skirms. Gonna get the conversion on the knight if TaToH doesn't delete. No, TaToH killed the monk. Oh, God. Okay, it's clear, though. It's all gone. Now Vinch has to use his 1,200 wood. More fish. Something. TaToH's putting on pressure like a madman. More archer ranges back here for Vinch. Vinch was quite the fighter yesterday against Andy. He came back from a position I didn't think anyone could come back from. Is there no stone? All the stone for Vinchester is forward here. There is a lot of stone there. 5,300. He's going back for this gold mine. Where are you running off to? Honestly, he doesn't need that gold mine, though. He's got the oysters over here. Fish traps coming out from Vinch. Okay, okay. Starting to get his food eco sorted again. Cheaper fish traps with Malay is very nice. Trying to micro now against 3 scorpions with ballistics. Khmer scorpions. With some crossbows. That's not going to work out very well. And he's still losing vills. Eco KD is 13-13, though. Now 14-13 for TaToH because Vinchester killed the fish earlier. Oh, he got greedy. Oh, he got so greedy with that mangonel. Oh, he knows he got greedy too. That's a tilting one. He went back for that one extra shot when he could have pulled it back to repair. Another dock here for Vinchester. Fishing ships just getting set up with the traps. Okay. More fish over here, maybe. No, not yet. Skirm's still being annoying at the back. TaToH with a decent army of skirmishers. 3 TCs as well. So 80 vills against 53. And he's on stone. Vinchester has not been able to take the stone just yet. Vinch clearly does not play BF. I think it's just slightly... When TaToH's all land units, it's slightly safer to set them up like this. It doesn't really impact efficiency that much. Vinch knows how to fish trap close. And he has played BF many times in the past. TaToH going for a mangonel. +2 armor coming in for the knights. Goes after the scorpions first. Ooh, very annoying. Very annoying. Can he save that? Can he save that? Looks like he can. And he takes out the scorpion too. Vinchester's gaming, man. He's gaming. If he could ever get access to this stone, it might be okay. 88 villagers for TaToH, though, with another stable coming in. And it's still not walled at the front side of Vinchester's base. And I don't really see anything Vinch can make to really stop these knights. If TaToH gets them in numbers. Because he's got skirmishers and he's got scorpions to support it as well. Vinch still has plenty of gold available. Oh, jeez. These freaking skirms, dude. You're still running? He's got gold over here, Vinch. Like, he can make tons of fishing ships to take this. But... And he's still got plenty of gold remaining here, but it's just like... I don't know. Without stone? Without stone, this is a super tough one. And he can never stop, or he can never plug this gap, because TaToH's just hanging out here. Okay, he sees the light cav coming in. Only light cavs, so the crossbows will do okay against them, but they do have the +2 armor. And that mangonel's going to go down, and then the scorpions can come in here. There's a ram heading for that TC as well. Light cav just pulling the crossbow army back. That's the objective of them. And if the villagers come out to fight this ram, they're going to get sniped down by the scorpions and the skirmishers. Vinch is banking quite a bit of food right now. And a little bit of gold. But without a castle, like, does Imperial H get you that much? I don't know. And elephants are now coming out from TaToH. I thought we might see elephants from the Malay player. We are seeing them from the Khmer player. Crazy land aggression from TaToH. There's just always been a red presence here. And now he's coming forward with the castle. Oh my goodness. TaToH was like a dog with a bone in this game. Place the castle where the TC was. Place the castle where the TC was, please. That is a get out of my game castle right there. Where the TC was. Come on. Do it. GG. Dude, TaToH took this area. He like saw both stones from Vinchester. He took this area and he never gave it up. King was with the push. Yeah, he did put the foundation there. He was going to put the castle on where the starting TC was. That is a get out of my game move. That's a power move right there. Vinch saw Sancho coming. Oh, TaToH! No! One more split second. One little tick from the Khmer farm and we could have had 33,333 resources collected. No way. No way, dude. That's the most disappointing thing about this game. One more relic tick. Dang. Disappointing. Redo. Redo. Damn, dude. Vinch was just so focused. He never really got the time to fully expand his fish eco in time on both sides. So he couldn't even take advantage of that. And TaToH was just non-stop. Non-stop pressure. Okay. 2-0 TaToH. Let's see what Vinch can do here. It's a best of 7, so we need one more win for TaToH to have reverse sweep potential for Vinchester. Do, 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 do. All right, let's see what the Civ matchup is this time. I think Malay were slightly favored there on a hybrid map like that against Khmer, but TaToH didn't really play water that much. What's the reverse of a reverse sweep? Great question, Jordan. It's just a sweep. That was like 3 years ago. Jordan asked that question. Great times. Good times, guys. Dave, what is the reverse? He thought he was cooking too. What is the reverse of a reverse sweep? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so don't need to make houses here. We've got a lot of these big tents. Little flat tents here. We start with a siege tower. And Vinchester is playing as Mongols. TaToH is playing as the Koreans. So Mongols generally really nice on HyperRandom because there's potential of a lot of hunt. You can see 2 boars out here that he might want to go for. There's also boars over here and here. And then we have some ostrich. In terms of average hunt, though, there's not a lot on this map. Looks like we've got a little river system through the center with some fish on it. Smoke monkeys as well with 9 food on them. That's pathetic. And then a few extra boars over to the side as well. Vinchester, don't think he sees the deep fish here, but he sees multiple shorefish. So this one's going to kind of work out, this dock. TaToH on the other side playing as Koreans. He ended up going for a house. So a little bit of wasted time there, but not too bad. Vinchester didn't spend any wood on any houses. Wait, I can hover over the actual tech tree and get stats? How the fuck does that work? Twitch extension by Chippy, farmer. We were talking about it yesterday. Yesterday was the first stream I had it enabled. It is a new thing. Only really works in 1v1s. But it reads what is on my stream. And if you guys go to the tech tree or the Civ bonuses, you can hover over if you're on PC on the live stream and see the Age of Empires 2 tech tree, which is pretty cool. It's pretty incredible, isn't it? Great quality of life feature by Chippy. Edgar Davids, thank you for the 18 months. I'm sure it will only get better as well, as these things do. So Vinchester has found the boars out here. Dude, you could, instead of blocking the boars with the siege tower, you could almost just hop inside of it when they're attacking you. But then you'd have to attack them again. But, you know, it's an idea. Does Vinch see all of the hunt available? He doesn't see this boar, bro. What? Oh, God. We need this thing to wander back into the light. He also sees these two, which he's going to bring in right now. Mongols are just an excellent civ on HyperRandom just in general. Obviously not really what you think of as a water civ. But this is basically a land map. Because they're so close. Although I think there's only one crossing here. Yeah, there's only one crossing in the center. You can see that smoke monkey walking all the way over to get across that. Vinchester, no! No, dude, no, bro. No, dude. Does he see this yet? Oh, God, brother. No, Vinch. Oh, and now TaToH's here with the siege tower. Oh, God, bro. Oh, man. Now he's coming out to hunt this. He'll make a mill out here. There's shorefish as well he can take, so that's actually not a bad mill at all. And there's a boar over here. Vinchester, please see the boar. Please see this boar. Does he see it? I don't think he does. It's going to wander back into the darkness. Can Vils get in a siege tower? They can, but a siege tower is not in the right position. He is fishing, 4 fishing ships. He does have shorefish all the way around here that he can take that's slightly more efficient. TaToH also fishing over here. His dock is a lot better than Vinchester's, all things considered. And Vinchester does see that boar, but TaToH lurking. TaToH lurking with this siege tower. It doesn't look very threatening, but he's coming in hot. Get back here. TaToH laming. with the siege tower. Vinchester can delete that house if he wants to. TaToH's laming like crazy. Siege tower says bleh. Oh, poor Vinchester, dude. What a rough start to this one. What a rough start to this one. Vinchester trying to bring this guy back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He stalls out the boar. He shoots it again. He's keeping the siege tower out of here. This guy's laming a little bit. This guy lamed. No, dude. This guy lamed, bro. No. Stop. TaToH causing so many problems with this one freaking siege tower. And the villagers on the way back again. I mean, at this point, just delete the house. TaToH now trying to get in front of that build. This boar is the dumb... Also, this boar is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So dumb. And Vinchester is, like, you can see, he's basically committed to a fast castle now. Because the start has been so scuffed. If he had gotten these two boars in, he would have been fine. Now he can see... Oh, God. Now he's being forwarded. Bring the siege tower back and use it to hide your vills. You need this in play. I mean, the food count is still going to be insane for Vinch. He can still get away with a fast castle, maybe. But that villager refusing to run away. 3-0 already. You just watch, all right? Vinchester's walled this stuff in. Vinchester's walled the vills in. Hang on a second. He's not attacking the right vill. He's not attacking the weak vill. He needs to get involved on this weak villager. There we go. He's dead. Forward vills are walled in from TaToH. TaToH is blocking this villager over here. Vinchester's killing more, guys. Who came out on top on this one? Looks like Vinchester's going to kill all of the forward villagers from TaToH with a sick trap with that house. So TaToH has no more villagers forward. It's just going to be skirm spear for him. Unless he can save this one, which it doesn't look like he can. And Vinchester will be able to click up to Castlage. Hold off with the 3-0. Alright? That was a really good engagement there for Vinch, all things considered. TaToH's not going to be feeling very good about that one at all. Look at the resources here. We get to feudal age. TaToH has 9 villagers on food with 85 food in the bank. He's gone for 1 fire that is taken 15 business days to get around here. Vinchester's going to wall this off. It looks like it's fully walled. And the market blacksmith will go up. And Vinchester will pull these vills back. And he's going to be on the way to Castle Age. It's been a little scrappy, to be honest. Little scrappy to start this one off. It's actually not that much gold. That's 2.5k gold in this patch. Not that much at all as the walls come out from Vinch. 8 fishing ships for Vinchester as well. Resources collected 500 ahead for him. Good walls over on this side to prevent this stuff from coming in. Siege tower is chillin'. Siege tower from TaToH, chillin'. Question is, what does Vinchester do here, right? Does he go for a siege workshop? If he wants to go for a stable, which would probably be good, he needs the barracks first, and he doesn't have one just yet. Ooh, the villager will die. Dang, nice snipe there from TaToH. 4-4 eco KD. Barracks. More villagers pushing forward from TaToH. He sent 4 more villagers. So lots of idle time just even walking forward here from TaToH this game. That house is going to get repaired just a little bit. Vinchester can see the villagers building the castle. But what does he do? He lacks wood. He has a serious wood deficiency here. He does have a market, so he can sell the food and buy the wood if he wants to. But it's panic time for Vinchester. Also, his villagers are so weak as he loses another one. Villagers are just so weak. Siege Workshop. Market goes up for TaToH. He wants to hold all of the pressure forward. Vinchester will now sell some food. And he's trying to afford a mangonel. But once again, wood deficiency. As the fire galleys come over this way. War galley tech could be great. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I think you got to deal with this land stuff first. Jesus, look at the HP on some of these vills. Oh, my goodness. Vinchester trying to find himself a new wood line forward because that's safer. And the mangonel will finally be out. So he's finally got a unit to defend. 2 knights would clear all that up. Yeah. I think he wanted to go for siege instead of the stable, though. Couldn't really afford both. That's good. That's really good. Clears up the skirms. Mangonel can come over for this tower now. And he wants to take that out before TaToH gets to Castle H, and that becomes a guard tower. With the Koreans. Which you can see is one of their civ bonuses if you hover over. Not sure where it would be. Right here? On your screen at home. Oh, nice shot there. How many did he get? He only got one. TaToH framed perfectly Garrison there. Oh, man. That was so close to getting all 4 of them. TaToH noticed that just on time, and now he's on the run with these vills. I don't see anything if I hover. Directly beside TaToH's name where the civ icon is. Yeah, right here. Maybe over the names. I don't know. Stable. For TaToH. TC for Vinchester. Vinchester needs some actual land army, though. TaToH's about to hit Castle H. Vinchester still lacking wood. And TaToH is pushing it on water. So Vinchester, if he wants to keep his fish alive, he's going to have to defend that. TaToH can go for turtle ships as well. Siege tower finally on the move once more. And if I'm Vinch, I want to clear up this siege tower from TaToH. A player like TaToH, you could have all sorts of random shenanigans going on with this siege tower if you leave it alive. Also a forward dock here. The fire galley could kill the vills, but it doesn't spot them. It's coming over here. He's trying to defend. War galley tech on the way for TaToH. And Vinchester is on stone, so Vinchester might be thinking castle, maybe Mangudai? He's successfully defended for now. Nice wall off here from TaToH as well. He didn't want something weird like step lancers or whatever coming over. And a good tower from TaToH. Can Vinchester see that? Probably not. Oh, he can. Full vision on that. Here come the mangonels to deal with that. You could send villagers out to fight this. TaToH knows that. He's going to wall them off. Knight coming out now from TaToH. Vinchester not really tracking this. He's pulling the villagers back now, but this is going to be difficult. He needs to clear up that tower. That's a very annoying tower. Remember how difficult his wood situation has been this game. And he doesn't have enough villagers to garrison in here to protect it against the knight. He's sending some more villagers back. Okay. Oh, man. This game and last game have just been so messy for Vinchester. Shout out to TaToH. He just makes it so difficult. Gets the clear up, but loses 2 mangonels in the process. Vinch is gearing up for a castle. TaToH, of course, more forward pressure. That's it. He doesn't care about this. It's a siege tower. Whatever. They're also contesting on water, too. Like, Vinch is about to lose all of his fish. 55 eco for Vinch, 49 vills against 40 for TaToH, and he's double TC. But TaToH has the safe fish. For now, anyway. And TaToH's going to take out the fish from Vinchester here. Unless Vinch can bring like a monk back and convert this. That could be a play. The extension will not work on mobile. Sorry, phone users. Yep. No mobile for you. Another tower from TaToH. If you don't deal with this early, if you're Vinchester, this is going to get real rough. He's castling up here because there's a gold there, and there's a lot of gold there. But you need to deal with this. Otherwise, you're going to have towers all the way through the back, unless you migrate your whole eco up here, which could be possible. Still some exposed stuff at the back here, though. Oh, nice shot there from Vinchester. Almost got it. TaToH goes for another tower here, right? Just more towers. Tower after tower. Nice conversion there from Vinch. The fish are down. But at least TaToH has to keep making navy to keep his fish safe. Second TC now coming up under the watchful eye of the siege tower from Vinchester. It's funny, too, because if Vinchester had the siege tower over here, this wall wouldn't do anything. But TaToH knows that siege tower is useless now because it's on the wrong side of the wall. Dang, dude. Such a messy game for Vinch. He's still holding on, though. 62 vills against 45. He's got the castle now. Mangadite production as possible. He's on stone over here, and he's just migrating his entire eco to the center of the map. Closer to TaToH's base, where it's safe. Vinch also sees another TC, so he's got pretty good eyes on the eco expansion from TaToH, and there's the fourth TC from TaToH. Manganite being built up. So Vinch knows the timings for TaToH's eco pretty well, if he's paying attention. TaToH's food eco is not fantastic, and nice snipe on the rocket cart from Vinch. TaToH was in the market. Another relic coming in from Vinch. Res collected is in favor of TaToH. No surprises there with the inefficiencies from Vinchester, like idle eco. 1 hour and 11 minutes versus 27 minutes. Overall worker efficiency, 72.5 for TaToH, 63% flat for Vinchester. However, Mongols are a hell of a drug. There's a fifth TC from TaToH. Where is T90? Florida. Florida, as Nilly would say. Wow, I can't believe that rocket card actually got the hit on that. It's going to die now. Maybe. Maybe not. Mangadite coming in. No fletching for Vinchester. No fletching, bro. We need to chill. Double castle Mangadite production. The problem with this, as TaToH deletes that wall for the one knight to come back to deal with the siege tower, the problem for this is that there's only one crossing here. And Koreans are much better water civilization. This is very nice from Vinch to get some clear ups on the fishing ships. That's very, very nice from him. And if he goes all the way back here, he can actually deal with the fish traps too. So Koreans can hold choke points like this if TaToH is set up to do it. He's actually making cav archers at the moment. I wonder where they're coming out from. Here. So he just wants to continue to be as annoying as possible, essentially. And Vinchester wants none of that. He's going to go for a ram to clear that up. This should be an interesting late game here. This should be a really interesting late game. I think I would like Koreans better in this situation, but the Mongols are slightly faster. The Mongols are kind of faster here to their army comp. And Mangudai are disgusting, right? What is the shortcut in Capture H to switch player view nowadays? You gotta hit Shift and then right click. And then Alt F. The control thing is now control grouping, which is really dumb in my opinion, but they switched it. So you gotta find a player building, select it, and then do it. So now we're on Vinchester's. If I shift right click on this, I'm on TaToH's, or Vinchester's, then TaToH, Vinchester, etc. Castle in the center here for Vinch. He's managed almost to clear up this presence from TaToH at the back of his base. Res collected is getting very, very close indeed. Total eco is even though. And Vinchester still has these fires back here. He could clear up the fishing eco from TaToH. Also, plenty of places for him to dock and transport. I don't think a transport would be the worst thing ever. If he could get this Mangudai over here, oh man. He could do a lot of damage in TaToH's base. Still no ballistics, still no bodkin arrow. Missing a lot of techs here, Vinchester. Let's take a look at the resources available. 18.1k gold. 23k stone. Ugh. That's not good for the Mongols. The Koreans with that much stone? Oh, that's not great. Imperial Age is on the way now for Vinch. Yeah, TaToH's going to get real fortified over on this side. Oh my god. TaToH, can we just stop, dude? Stop it. Get some help. More Mangudai coming out from Vinch. TaToH gearing up for Imp. If he sets tower... Should we eat it? I don't know. It doesn't look very good. It's kind of sinking, man. You first. No, you first. He's kind of disappearing, bro. No, you first. Oh, he's gone, man. Why did they kill it then? Tiger's got to kill, bro. Tiger's got to kill. Turtle ship. TaToH, stop. Get some help. Honestly. Don't tell me this is actually going to... Oh, the villagers are going to survive. The tower goes down, but the vills survive. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And TaToH, looks like he transport shipped some wagons over here. Vinchester now trying to deal with this while he's trying to push on this side as well. He's going to get to Imp first, so the Trebs will come out. But like I said, Koreans are just so annoying in these situations. Great job from TaToH to transport these war wagons over here. And guard tower now going up at the back. Vinchester bringing the Mangudai back over. TaToH now seriously ahead on res. Or sorry, on villagers. And res collected, to be fair. As Bracer comes in for Vinchester. Vinch will have a lot of Mangudai, though. And Mangudai are very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. He still doesn't have ballistics. And the towers are still going up. But double Treb stack over on this side. Vinchester has been discovered over here. There's not that much gold left on that. Transport being cleared up, maybe. Nice. Still a lot of upgrades missing for these Magadai. Thumb Ring coming in. We need ballistics. We need chemistry. We need elite Magadai. We need Parthian tactics. Like, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot. TaToH goes for castles further back now. 7 seconds away from it. Vinchester now starting to push. Maybe it's a situation where TaToH, you know, a little bit too much attention paid to the back of Vinchester's base, as annoying as it was. Losing the castle forward, suddenly giving Vinchester maybe a potential foothold. Oh, Vinch. Oh, what are we doing here? Still no ballistics, buddy. Vinch just likes playing with Magadai. That's it. He likes Magadai. Can't blame him. Micro Zach goes for another castle out here. More Magadai on the way. We need ballistics, though. It's a royal we, but it needs to come in. And right now, the university is busy with chemistry. Denying the tower is actually really, really nice here. TaToH going out to try and complete this tower. Vinchester trying to snipe down these wagons. Doesn't have ballistics. I think he realized it. He realizes he doesn't have ballistics because he's not hitting the villas either. And now he's waiting for this castle to go up so he can garrison these Magadai. Trying to sneak past on the other side. That's not working. And ballistics is in the queue. Murder holes. Thank you for the 39 months. Magadai are good. It's a very good unit. Vinchester floating a lot of wood right now. He's got 0 on gold. 0 on gold for Vinchester. There is gold here. There's a lot of gold here. There's 4,000 gold there. And he sees that. He knows about it. But he's full focus on this area now. Herbal medicine on the way in. Please just go to this gold mine, brother. Please just go to this gold mine. You need gold. Trying to clear up the towers at the back. He's not taking that gold. Maybe he just doesn't see it. I don't know. Herbal medicine is in, so these Magadai are going to start healing. TaToH, full war wagon setup with 3 castles and Korean towers here. Vinchester's trying to cut right through the middle of TaToH's base. TaToH is trying to hold on. We finally have some vills on gold, and Vinchester is going out to this one now. He's also going out to this one over here. 730 gold on that. Adam! Thank you for the 20. Adam, where have you been, dude?
Why are you G?
Where have you been, bro? I've been missing you. Ooh, Vinchester sniping Trebs, getting out of there as quickly as he can. These still are just regular Magadai. They're not elite Magadai. He hasn't had the gold. More Trebs coming out from Vinch. It's been a really solid push from Vinch. The wagons look super cool, by the way. The elite wagons. Look at these things. Oh, my goodness. Especially in red. Those horses look so cool. With the little flags on top. TaToH's trying to hold on here. TaToH. Oh, my. Dude. Stop. Oh, my God. He's going for more. What's TaToH doing? I wonder. I think he's towering everything. It's another case of, like, it might be a situation where TaToH's spending a little bit too much time focusing on this, though. If Vinchester manages to slowly clear these things up and manages to keep this push alive here, might be a difficult situation for TaToH because he's losing his castles and he was going into war wagons. Like, he's going to lose this castle. It's pretty inevitable at this point. Vinchester also coming in here to snipe the Trebs. That's a dead Treb. There's another dead Treb. That's 2 dead Trebs. He loses some Magadai, but it's definitely worth it. Keep his castle alive, and he's back in the castle to heal up over time. And the Trebs from Vinchester keep cooking. This tower is down now, so he has access to this stone again. This tower, very annoying. But it will be taken out eventually by the castle. And so will some of the villagers from TaToH. And now Elite Magadai is on the way. And this is the final castle from TaToH in his base. He's forced to make another one. TaToH's got rat mode engaged, and Vinchester is just right down the middle. What a good game. Why is TaToH no bracer? Oh, he doesn't have bracer! Oh, he doesn't know that. 100% he doesn't know that. I just assumed he would get bracer. You have to get bracer immediately. Magadai coming out. 2 Trebs down. 3 Trebs down. It's worth it to lose this 5 Magadai or whatever you lost on the way in there. Vinch is absolutely gaming right now. The castle stays up. The towers are going to go down as well. How much gold does Vinchester have left? He's got enough. He's got 4K left. He's got enough. And this Treb going to keep working away, taking out these towers one by one. MG Light, thank you for the gifted sub. What a game from Vinchester. Against Koreans on a map with, like, unlimited stone. He still doesn't have bracer. Ouch. Dude. Especially with war wagons, like, that is just so brutal. They're so clunky to begin with. Look at Vinchester absolutely gaming here with these Magadai. Woo! Magadai might be the funnest. They are the funnest unit in the game to use. They just are. They used to be even more fun too when they had 0 frame delay. Cannon galleons now from TaToH. Towers are fully cleared up. And is there any villagers left here? No. The villagers are all gone. Sick. Really, really sick. Get off the stable. We're trying to build here, Skirm. Another castle from Vinch. Just right down the gut. We have a line of castles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one kind of off to the side, but... Magadai slowly make their way over here. Leisurely make their way over towards these Trebs. They will kill them for free. TaToH doesn't want to go for bombard cannons against Magadai because they have to get closer and they're way easier to go down, so he has to go for Trebs. But then he has to protect his Trebs with towers and wagons. You just wonder how this game would have gone if he had actually gotten bracer. He'll never go to the blacksmith because Koreans get the armor for free. This is a situation where Koreans getting the armor for free actually actively hurts him because he never feels the need to go to the blacksmith and see what he's missing. If he makes a tech switch into, like, cavalry, then he will notice. Does he even have a blacksmith? It's right here. It's right here. I think TaToH's got to call it shortly. He's still trying to do whatever he can. But... holy cow. What a push from Vinchester. Oh my god. Everywhere he goes, freaking towers. Everywhere he goes, there's just towers. And Vinch doesn't really need to change anything. I think he still has some gold left over. He does. He's losing the castle here. So maybe he can think about some naval presence or something like that. Maybe that's TaToH's win condition is coming back on water. He does have Magadai. Like, he could bring these Magadai over and deal with this, but he's not paying attention. Now he's making a tech switch into light cav. Yeah, Magadai coming over now that the castle's down. They should be able to clear these cannon galleons. Mangudai can really deal with anything. Like, they're once you get them fully upgraded, that's why they're such a nice unit. They can just deal with basically anything. TaToH's still near full pop? Yeah. Imagine he had Bracer. It'd be sick. This is why he doesn't want to go for bombard cannons. He's just dead. Hussar now coming in for Vinch. Still trying to deal with the Navy over here. He's still got some gold here, but obviously Navy from TaToH over there. TaToH now towering this side. Oh my god. Where's TaToH taking gold? Here? That's it? And the light cav are coming in over on this side. Feels like he's on the cusp of losing a bunch of vills, but it's felt like that for a while. Wow, this castle is farming skirms at the moment with all those Mangudai garrison inside. Capped Ram. Fast fire ship from Vinch. Running low on gold, potentially. There's still gold over here. There's still gold over here. He's got 2 relics. TaToH has 0 relics. Hasn't grabbed this one, by the way. And now this tower will go down. So TaToH will lose a lot of eco over here. The population will fall. And the gold will be disappearing shortly for TaToH. It's a really good fight from TaToH. But no Bracer is hurt. He's getting Bracer now! Oh, he must feel like such a dumbass. He must feel like such a dumbass. Fighting this entire time with no Bracer? Oh, God. Herbal medicine has been clutch for Vinch. Yeah, let's take a look at the Mangudai damage taken, actually. Compare the damage taken with the actual health. And yeah, this was... See what I mean? This Bracer only came in because TaToH was trying to make a tech switch into Halb to deal with the Hussar. So he had no reason to look at his blacksmith before he tried to make a tech switch. He said this explains a lot of things. It does explain a lot of things, yeah. God, these towers have gotten so many kills. How many freaking towers has he made this game? So many. Maybe over 50, honestly. I think TaToH wins. TaToH has 0 on gold, bro. He's going to lose these vills over here. I don't know. And Siege Ram is coming in too for Vinch. $150 population for TaToH. There's more gold available now for Vinch over here. That he's cleared that up. TaToH loading up into a transport ship, and Vinch can kind of see this. And Vinch is going for a castle here. What a good game. Holy cow. Imagine Bracer. Imagine. I like it, though, because it brings Vinchester back into this set. Damage taken. 1,000. So Herbal Medicine has been absolutely clutch here. And TaToH loses another Bombard Cannon. Which is really tough with no gold. Siege Rams. GG called by TaToH. What a good game from Vinchester. That was such an annoying game from his point of view. Think about the beginning with the boars not coming back, then TaToH laming the boar over here, then the forward from TaToH, and then the other forward from TaToH, and then the other forward from TaToH, and then the other forward towers from TaToH. Really nice job from Vinch. Plus the Navy from TaToH as well. Pure rat mode there. 86 Mangudai created. 39 Elite War Wagons created for TaToH, but no Bracer. No Bracer. Stone collected from TaToH, 11,000 almost. Vinchester killed 105 buildings. And I want to say half of those were towers. Peak 3:30 APM. I think that's when he's splitting his Magadai, right? That was maybe not. I don't know when that was. I don't know what I don't know what he was doing. I don't. Okay, Vinch with 1. Nice. Vinch is back on the board. Says a best of 7. Probably going to take a couple more hours at this rate. That was a good map. That turned out to be a good map. It could have been really favored towards the Koreans, though. I think with Korean, he just needed to control the choke point with Navy. Yeah, he was just, like I said, he was busy at the back of Vinchester's base, and he had a 3-4 minute disadvantage to feudal age, right? Or not feudal age, imperial age. Definitely didn't get to feudal age later. But I think TaToH got a little lost in the sauce over on Vinchester's Island. And it almost worked. Do 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 do. That wasn't even a particularly good map for Mongols. I mean, the hunt was very far away, right? Some of the maps, you have elephants with like 620 food on them. It's enough to go feudal age for Mongols. Yeah, I can't imagine playing against TaToH. It'd be so annoying. He's full rat mode all the time. Oh my god. TaToH gets Mongols this time. So he gets cooked by the Mongols last game, and now he's randomed into Mongols. And Vinchester gets a second chance with Malay. And it's a Nomad start here. So we're going to switch TaToH to red and Vinchester to blue just to be consistent. We have a lot of fish in the center. Nomad start, and they're both kind of over on the same side. Vinchester has gone for a dock over here. This is a very interesting, flowery type of texture on this map. We've got some hills in the water. We've got TaToH docking over here. And let's see how much hunt is actually available for the Mongols. That's very nice for TaToH. These horses count as hunt. There's some mouflons over here with quite a bit on them. More pandas. It's very sleepy. Don't do it. Ah! Don't worry, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. And then we have some boars as well, which are fairly far away. Also, they start with King Alfonso. So last time, it was Vinchester with King Sancho. He lost that game. But it's King Alfonso this time around, and Vinchester's just busy trying to push a horse, and TaToH is busy trying to not let him push that horse. Although the TC is up from Vinchester, he's going to shoot. Ooh. Takes more than 2 shots to shoot a horse. We're learning something. We're learning. Takes 4, I guess. This map gives me Baltic vibes. It would if they were both on either side. But they're close to each other. And they get kings as well. It should just be a full-on fight for this hunt in the center, though, early. Because they don't want the Mongols to have access to it. Vinchester definitely doesn't. Let's read this one. Okay. Vinchester doesn't want to fight this one. Before 4th. I mean, you both get 1. There's not like... Okay, they're re. It's not like... No. There's no collective re where you don't get to use your re if you both agree on it. It is not a agree. It's a re. And they go back. So Vinch didn't really want to play that with Malay. There was so much hunt there, and it was kind of a weird looking map, right? It might have been another long one. So he wants to go back and play a different one, which is fine. Watch Vinch gets shafted now. I mean, he doesn't want to play against Mongols, right? It's like, it's fine. Let's see what the Civ matchup is now. Guys, I see Daniel versus Yo on the ladder. Does anyone remember when Danny was on voice? And he's like, no, I have a really good matchup against Yo all time. Like, I beat Yo all the time. And I'm like, dude, I've never seen you beat Yo ever. He's like, no, check the stats. We pulled up the stats. He had like a 20% win rate. He was convinced, though. He was absolutely convinced he beat Yo all the time. TaToH versus Vinch. Tatars versus Armenians on this next HyperRandom map. Let's see what this one generates like. Ooh, okay. Let's toss Vinch in the blue and TaToH in the red. We've got a little bit of a buildable terrain alleyway through the center here. They start with a trade cart and a mule cart. It is a very cart-heavy start here. They also have a Greek army tent, which gives you 5 pop. Tatars for TaToH. Armenians for Vinch. So both players get a mule cart. So Vinchester has essentially lost his mule cart advantage with the Armenians. Let's check the food counts here. Cows, decent amount of food on them. Sheep, decent amount. Decent amount of gold. 1,056 on each of those. Stone count is okay. Forage bush is good. This stone count is really solid. And the boars have 488 on them. There's also some ibex back here. And the corners are cool. That's Georgians with the free mule cart. I know that. But Armenians still have an advantage of being able to build the mule carts. Now run. Especially when you have maps with like hunt way out here. And nothing to push it in with. So, gold, lots of it in the corner. Stone, a little bit of it in the corner. And then some neutral areas around here. There's some foxes as well. Horses, sheep, etc. How many relics on this map? 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. 5. 6. 6 relics on the map. It is standard victory. Although we haven't seen anyone come close to getting all the relics. Maybe last game was the closest one. There was one on TaToH's Island. Vinchester didn't take. One corner has gold and stone, and the other one only has hunt. That's true. That is true. No gold and stone down here. Andy would already be fish booming with no fish. All right, so the barracks is up from Vinchester, and Vinchester has already made 2 militia, and he's coming across. So Vinchester feels like this might be a Drush map. He also might feel it like this is a Drush FC type of map. You wall across the front side here. From what he's seen thus far, it's very easy to wall. So he's going to buy himself some time with this Drush. He's also going to try and maybe block the villagers with the trade cart. Good vision from him. TaToH. Can't really see the Drush coming in yet. You should kill TaToH's mule cart. That will take some doing. TaToH sees the Drush now. And he just casually walls. That's fine. He can't really send more villagers out here. Unless he wants to send a big old group. So I guess Vinchester's gotten some value from that. And the mule cart needs to be repaired. Loom is now coming in for TaToH. Sending 6 villagers to fight. This could be some serious idle time here for TaToH. He's trying to trap it. The trade cart blocks it. Vinchester doing what he wants to do with this Drush. Cause some idle time for TaToH. Force TaToH to repair. Make the eco inefficient. And keep himself safe at home too. Kill that house, it dies super fast. These houses actually die faster than this tent. So it used to be that the tents die faster because they have no armor on them. But the houses in Dark Age have -2. So even though they have more HP, they go down quicker. Are subs allowed to ... Nobody is allowed to ... Where's TaToH going with this Vil? What's he cooking? Is he trying to... He's trying to get the big wall up here. I see. Vinchester with 20 villagers. He goes up to feudal age. If Vinch is waiting for the market to go up, maybe. Yoink some gold and get out of there. Where are you going? So they did fix it so that if you have a mule cart and you're not a mule cart civ, you can now get the upgrades from it. I remember that being in the patch notes a couple months ago. That was always an issue on like HyperRandom or Mega Random. If you generated a mule cart and you weren't a mule cart civ, you could never get the upgrades. Ooh, TaToH trying to take out the straight cart. Almost gets it. And he'll go for an archer range, which Vinchester can see. Vinchester goes for a range himself. So TaToH doesn't need to make a lumber camp, right? Not yet, at least. After a day of casting, do you still have energy to socialize IRL? Yeah, it's very different energies. I have actually a lot of energy to socialize after casting. Casting is like all your own energy, you know? At least when you socialize, you can feed off of other people's. That's also why, like, casting at a LAN event, despite the fact we do like 12, 13, 14, like, we do long days at LAN events if they want us there early. But I find I have, like, generally more energy after that than I do after, like, a 6-hour cast online. Because you can feed off of the energy of other people, right? Like a fucking succubus. But there ain't nobody around here right now. Also co-casting, right? Co-casting online is a bit... Co-casting online is tough. Because you don't have, like, their presence there and you can't, like, read their cues and stuff like that. So you end up tripping over each other, and then you spend a lot of energy trying not to trip over each other. It's tough to explain. A lot easier to co-cast with someone in person, because you can kind of look over at them, and you can kind of sense like where they're going with something. All right. Castle Age should be coming in shortly for Vinchester. And there's little cues that you can do, right? Like if you want to cut in and you sense the person's not going to let you in for a while, you can just like tap them or point at the screen at something. And if they're good, they'll like get out of their sentence or segue into what they think you want to talk about. Nice walls from TaToH. Yep, fully walled. I like Armenians better here simply because if you can dock this in late game, you're going to have a really, really nice spot to get your Dromans and everything up. But Tatars in a straight up land engagement should be better than Armenians. TaToH will use the market. Oh yeah, it's right here, bro. It's right here, dude. Where's Vinch's trade cart? He's coming in hot. There's no market. Grab the gold and run, bro. TaToH, grab the gold and run. Can he even get the gold yet? Because he doesn't have a market himself. I don't know if he can get the gold yet. He doesn't have a market. Dave, have you ever tried to cast any other esport for money? I did a show match with StarCraft with Rotterdam for Red Bull. But that wasn't really like a full-on cast. And of course, I did the Age of Empires 4 event. N4C. Did that whole event for a week and a bit. Why does this wheel look so rickety? Wheel looks like it's about to fall off, dude. Tighten her up. Tighten it up a little bit. Also, why did the camel just stop mid-step? Shouldn't it have all 4 feet on the ground? Or hooves? Dave did N4C for the money. I really enjoyed the games at N4C. I thought it was fun. Like I said, like I always say, I like AoE 4. I think it's a good game. It's not a great game, but it's a good game. All right. So Castle Age on the way for TaToH. Much faster for Vinchester, and here comes the boom. And the Warrior Priest can start grabbing the relics too. He's going out there. He's going to snag that one. What other relics does he see? He sees almost all of them. There's one in the back of TaToH's base, but that's it. All right, TaToH. The market's right here from Vinch. Go grab the gold. Go get the gold. Bring it back. Third TC for Vinch. It's going to be a much better eco, I think, for Vinchester here. He also has the improved wood upgrade, right? And he already got heavy plow, too. Just a shame Microsoft is hellbent on turning AoE 2 into AoE 4.
How much would I have to pay you to bring on Tree as a co-caster for
What kind of weird take is that?
Alternatively, how much would I have to pay you to bring on Malo's niece as a co-caster given the comparable quality?
Tree, you cast like my 5-year-old niece. There's no amount of money in the world, Apex. All right, Siege Workshop goes up at the front side here. Defensive Siege Workshop for Vinchester as TaToH is pushing in and crossbow fletching is about to come in. So that wall will go down pretty quick. I think we need a fortified church here from Vinch. Fortified church here would hold this area. He didn't really invest into elite skirm or even fletching or bodkin himself as TaToH makes a run for the market. Come on, make a run, baby. Come on. He's getting away. Wait, does he not have any? It doesn't show him with any gold. What? Everyone watch the gold value when he eventually ends up there. I'm actually going to control group this unit. Forgot to steal. It might not be able to steal because it's a scouting unit, or maybe it just doesn't show on Capture H. I don't know. Once again, though, TaToH with a forward. Vinchester, 46 vills. TaToH, 39. We're coming back. He's got 25 gold at the moment. He's coming back. He's coming in hot. Still rickety-ass wheels. 55 gold. 65. He dropped off 30. Okay, he dropped off 30. It just didn't show. 30 gold per trip, and TaToH's coming back for another one. Fortified Church is now here from Vinchester. Vinchester does have 3 relics. Doesn't see the one over here. He still sees the one here, though, so he might be able to snag that. And the question is, like, how does TaToH push into this? I don't think it's really possible in Castle Age without a forward castle or something. And then what are you opening up with if you're Vinch? He's actually aware his blacksmith is going down. He's going for another one here. He doesn't know where the market is from TaToH. TaToH's coming back with another trip. Dang. Trade's going crazy, dude. Elite skirm on the way in. Vinchester has been housed quite a few times this game. And once again, TaToH just trying to hold a forward position. That's a really good snipe there from Vinchester. TaToH tries to go for the TC angle. Give himself an extra half tile of range there, and he almost got the mangonel, but Vinchester pulls them away in time. Again, it's just TaToH being annoying forward. Nice snipe there from Vinchester. Great shot on the mangonel. Stables now coming up from TaToH. Trade cart not finding anywhere to trade with. TaToH coming back for another trip. Trade profit 60. About to be 90 soon. Big. And 4 relics cooking away for Vinch. How much gold does Vinchester have available? Oh, Vinch has gold for days. Yeah, that pile has so much. Got some over here, too. Yeah, the only question mark is, what do you do with Armenians? That's it. What to do with Armenians? Champs? Could go champs, yeah. If you feel like your opening timing is going to be much faster, you could go composite bowman. Could just go like Arb Halb or something. Skirms, I don't know. Depends what your opponent's making. Want this map in ranked? What, you want a full wall-off map in ranked all the time? Nice shots here. Vinchester gets all of the mangonels. He does lose 2 of his own, but that's fine. And here comes TaToH with the light cap, but just a little bit too late. Don't do that. Castle's gonna be up. He'll get the mangonel, and he might run in here and be very annoying, but Vinchester's going to be safe. Composite bowmen are on the way out. The trade is still trading as well for TaToH as he goes for a 4 TC. Where are you going? Why is everything trying to leave the map? Eco upgrades for TaToH looking pretty good. Eco upgrades for Vinchester looking better. And Imperial Age is on the way. I really like the Drush FC approach with the tight walls. TaToH took a lot longer to get to Castle Age because he went for the archers. And he is just 2 minutes later, and he's just later to all the eco upgrades, to all the extra TCs for the villagers, everything. Grabbing the relics. Way later to everything. Did Vinchester... I guess that... I was wondering where this relic went. Vinchester snagged that relic, so now he's got 5. He's got the 1 freebie from the Armenians. And then the others, of course. And he's going to sacrifice like 6 vills here. This is good damage from TaToH, all things considered. However, he's going to lose his army. 77 vills for TaToH, 83 for Vinchester. The trade card is still cooking. The icon in the bottom left is my hotkey on the trade card. For my control group. I can get rid of it. All right. Go for docks here, Vinch. If you get Droman set up here, it's going to be pretty nice if you can actually dock this. I'm not certain if he can. TaToH continues to be annoying over here. Nice job from him. What's the exploration looking like? Vinch can see the gold up here. He can see the corner over here. He's still missing a relic on this side. TaToH? Not great, but he is going to grab this relic. What is the fastest way to die in Neptune? Probably just being on Neptune. Yeah. Probably the fastest way to die there. It's not extremely hospitable. Isn't Neptune just gas? Yeah. Say that to Jupiter, though. Haha, isn't this planet just gas, bro? Wouldn't you just float straight through? I'm also just gas. You gotta stop eating Chipotle, brother. Imperial Age on the way for TaToH. Elite Composite Bowman coming in for Vinchester. Okay. Let's see what Vinch can do. He's sending the villagers for a castle. I'd love to see docks. I would absolutely adore docks here with Armenians. It would give you that an extra little oomph that you need. TaToH, I think he should be building up towards, like... He's going to open skirm, but he could switch into cav archers. And maybe some hussar in front. Armenians might struggle against that. It's still going to be really tough for him. There is no second armor for these skirmishers from Vinchester just yet. These will get cooked by the TC. He's switching now into the infantry. Okay, and he's got plenty of resources to do it as well. Here come the barracks from behind. 5 relics for him. Almost 2,000 relic gold collected from Vinchester because he got that so early. But he is losing his skirm mass, so maybe TaToH has an opportunity to push out now. TaToH's still no castle. 10 villagers on stone. Definitely later to get to stone than Vinchester. As Faraday's now on the way. Gambesons, first armor upgrade, squires, forging, everything. Okay, TaToH, what you got? Defensive castle. He'll probably get another one set up over here. It's a slow burn for TaToH. If he does get the Treb stack with Tatars, it can be dangerous. Tatars also get hand cannons. That's something a lot of people forget. They do get hand cannons to counter the champions. They do have a pretty devastating late game comp with the cav archers as well. Dave, can you make this set into TikToks? I can't focus for a best of 7. Hey, fam. For real, for real. Yo, Vinchester coming back. 2-1 TaToH, skibbity bop. Guitars get hand cannons? Yep. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people be forgetting that. Heavy cav archer coming in for TaToH. Docks. Nice. Sick. Docks are sick here. Vinchester thought of it. He goes for the castle there, and this is TaToH's main gold. Look at that. Denying 11k gold. Does he have anything else? He's got some gold back here. How much is on that? 2k. He's also got some gold back here. How much is on that? 5k. That's fine. Another castle here for TaToH. More cav archers coming in. The champions are finally making their way to the front. He's missing the final armor upgrade, but they have 100 HP on these champions. These cav archers need to come out quickly. I don't like the way that Vinchester has sacrificed every single skirm that he's made so far this game. For free, almost. But he's trying to replace them with champions, for sure. Fortified church here from Vinchester is a nice touch. And TaToH trying to defend the castle, but Vinchester's pushing in, man. And these champions, they're going to be tough. I don't really see a way for TaToH to deal with these trebs just yet. He's trying to hard commit to it with the skirmishers and take out the champions with the cav archers from behind. But these things tank damage. These things eat damage. .180 population for TaToH. He actually has the population lead, which is wild here. He's playing very condensed at the moment, and Vinchester is just tossing in units. Demo's now coming in. Oh, Vinchester is trying to TaToH. He's going to try and pull him in here. Maybe for these monks. Maybe for the trebs. And then demo his ass. I'd prefer Dromans, though, to be honest. Also, nice wall from Vinchester over here to prevent the expansion from TaToH. That's a really clever thing for him to add. Silk armor coming in for TaToH. Still can't deal with the trebs. Cav archers are doing really well. Skirms are clearing up all the units that are coming in. Vinchester's still only 160 population, but TaToH loses another castle. I guess that's his first castle he's lost, actually. First one was back here. TaToH still can't push. Vinchester, despite being 20 population behind, seems to be holding on to this position. Now he's clearing up a lot of the archer ranges, but TaToH has a decent mass now. Decent mass of cav archers. Step Lancer, elite Step Lancer is coming in. He's still kind of limited on gold. 4,000 gold remaining in his base. And Galleon is coming in for Vinch. And Vinch is fully walling off TaToH. It's going to come in on this side. TaToH trying to wall this area off too, but that composite bowman will hold it. Should hold it. And TaToH getting further and further into the corner here. Vinchester does not want him to escape. How are Flaming Camels versus Trebs? I think Flaming Camels get a plus 50 attack bonus versus Siege. Maybe plus 20, actually. Not that great. TaToH is building up Step Lancer Cav Archer. This is a dangerous composition, and he should clear the army from Vinchester if he waits long enough. Timorous Siegecraft on the way. You don't have to get that anymore to get Flaming Cam... Or... Do you? No, I don't... Yeah, you don't have to get that anymore to get Flaming Camels. You can just make them from the Siege Workshop right away. Just wanted to make sure. So that's just for the Trebs. And here comes TaToH, and he's going to clear this whole army. He should, anyway. Step Lancers will deal with the Skirms. Cav Archers will deal with the Champions. And then the Step Lancers can clear the Trebs as well. And then he's got Trebs behind. With the extended range, too. So this game ain't over yet. Nice job from Vinchester, though. He managed to sneak over here with some champions. And damn, dude, these champions have put in the work. They've killed 20 villagers over on that gold. And that gold's very important to TaToH. He needs to take back this area right here. That's a lot of gold in the center. There's like 12k gold here. But Vinchester now holding it with Navy, which is very difficult for TaToH to deal with. Good Treb stack here, though, from TaToH. Siege Engineers. And Timorid Siegecraft, 19 range on these treads. So they could be attacking this from like back here. And they've got the hill bonus for Tatars. How do flaming camels do versus ships? An excellent question. Don't know. Dude, these champions still surviving. It takes so long for them to die. They're pushing Tatar cav archers on a hill. TaToH will eventually clear them up, but very annoying for him to lose any cav archers in that situation. I think it's at the point now where Vinch just needs to hold this gold and wait for TaToH to run out of this stuff. There's 2.3k left. He can hold this with Navy, I think. Droman's now on the way in from Vinchester. And make sure TaToH does not expand over here. I love the fact he's got a Treb over here. He's got a dock over here. He's walled it up, obviously. TaToH may be running out of steam. He's down to 150 population now. He wants to take this gold. If he ever gets a secure hold on this gold, I think the game is over, right? It's tough for Vinchester to push back with Armenians on the defensive. He needs to hold TaToH in. And Vinchester's resource is looking insane. Almost 4k gold in the bank. That's the relic difference. And Vinch knows what's up. Like, he's just targeting all of the gold units, right? His skirms are just going after the cav archers at the moment. Takes out the cav archer mass. I would hate to be a skirmisher in Vinchester's army because he just sacrifices these things over and over and over again. And these trebs are attacking from freaking Narnia over here. But still, he has not ceded control of the gold yet. TaToH, 1,600 gold remaining. Do those trebs have 19 plus vision as well? I think the range goes to the very edge of their vision. Yeah. Damn, dude. Long game again. Vinch going for another church over here. He's taking this gold now. He still doesn't see this relic. But he's full focus on this area. And TaToH knows this is not a good series of events here. I'm surprised these trebs can't range this castle. They are almost within range there. That is so, so close. And the only thing saving that castle from going down is the fact that TaToH can't see it at the moment. Oh, he saw it. Did he click them through to attack this one? I think he might have. Oh, where is he going with these trebs? TaToH! You cannot afford this, dude. These are the most valuable units in your army, and suddenly you're losing all of them. I don't know where TaToH was going. Maybe he meant to attack it, and he just clicked in there, but the trebs have gone down. The Navy is here. And TaToH only has one trebuchet alive. It's over on this side trying to take care of the walls. I think from his point of view, there's just not much that you can do. He's still gaming, though. He still plays on. He can get out from this side. But now he has to pull his army back and deal with these raids again because Cavalier is in from Vinchester. I think he deleted a bit of wall at the bottom and wanted to move down there. He might have wanted to move down here, but Vinchester had this wall. You're right. And he didn't notice it for so long, right? Vinch should honestly just wall this entire area off, bro. And continue walling this. Like, this is really nice from TaToH to finally get out here with these Hussar, but I mean, he should never be allowed to leave. And you can see fortified wall coming in. More walls coming up here. TaToH trying to go for palisade gates because he's out of stone. Such a disparity in resources available here. 0 on gold, 0 on stone. Meanwhile, Vinchester, I mean, he has stone available over here that he can see, but his gold situation is looking much, much better. TaToH's cooked. It was only a matter of time. Vinchester holding the position. TaToH unable to push back out against this. We're going to have 2-2. We're going to have 2 wins from Vinchester in a row. Vinch has, like, yeah, lots of technologies. He's getting guard tower now. He's got stone available up here. He's got stone available over here. He's got stone available here as well. More gold available here. There are a plethora of options available to Vinchester, and TaToH can't save this castle. Unless he can snipe this Treb, which it looks like he might be able to. Vinchester, one more shot with the Treb and the Cavalier. The castle goes down. TaToH's never getting another castle. He has no opportunity to push back. TaToH, why are we still playing, brother? You just got out of a 2.5-hour Black Forest game. Then you play that last game with Koreans. And now you've been absolutely grinding this one for the last 30 minutes. Man's a gamer, dude. He's locked in. ACCM took over? Maybe. He is absolutely locked at the moment. He's down to 82 villagers, 26 military. Villagers are dying over here. Not taking this gold. Vinchester takes another game. 2-2. And the economy, you can see the difference there. Plus 13,000 gold for Vinchester. 13,000 gold. And that was all due to just availability. And the relics, of course. Early GG. Maybe. Trade profit, not enough. How much did he have? He had like 120 or something. I think he listens to music while he plays, so he's probably just jamming. Yeah, TaToH usually does. All right, I'll take a minute quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Are they into the game yet? They're in the lobby. Looks like TaToH's taking a second. Let me get another glass of water. Okay. TaToH's still not in the lobby. I don't blame him. Played a long-ass BF game before he got here. Not my fault. That's his fault, for sure, but... Masso Mama, thank you for the 19 months. Vado, thank you for the 43. Welcome back, boys.
Neely Crab.
Very important message coming up here.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Dave, you're my G-string.
Yeah, that is another chatter is way too comfortable. I will never be your G-string. I will never be your G-string. What's up, Gloken? How's it going, dude? I want to be your G-string? That's kind of weird, to be honest. All right, TaToH's in the lobby now. Let's go. I don't think G-strings are comfortable. Presumably, there's some people that like them. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get it. All right, a bit more of a standard map here. We have... This one's actually a little bit strange the way it's laid out. We have Khmer for Vinchester, Franks for TaToH, and there are just houses everywhere. There's yurts everywhere. Can the Khmer player hop inside these yurts? I don't think they can. I don't think they can. So we'll see what Vinchester can do here. They do start with an ox cart, which I think can trade. So once again, another trading unit. We'll check out the resources here. All the values are going to be random, right? So the llamas have 79 on them. These geese don't look like they have too many on them. And we've got some ibex here with 97 that TaToH's trying to push in. We've got some mouflons with 176, some foxes with 42. I don't see any boars, though. So this could be really, really nice here for the Khmer because their farms will collect faster. And also the Franks because the berries will come in faster. And there's a lot of berry food available. Why is the plural of ox oxen? I don't know. No idea, bro. How much gold is at the back there? Lots of gold here for TaToH. Lots of gold for Vinchester as well. There's gold all over the place, and the corners are interesting too. The corners have a lot of resources. Pretty good looking corners at the back here. Ah, there's the boar. He just has to chop through the trees to get there. I see. Aha. There's not a single boar on the map other than that, is there? Let's take a look. See if we can double click this boar. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's right there. Okay. That's the only boar on the map. Cool. Honestly, the little enclosures is a nice idea for a map. I don't know. You never chop through here, though. Maybe if there was, like, no other res on the map and you had to chop through. But then, I don't know. Khmer can ballista chop to get the boar faster. Yeah, he'll just need to forward castle this, ballista chop, and then lure the boar. Why does this look so ridiculous? The oxen pushing the ibex. This oxen has like a very gentlemanly walk. Do you agree? I don't know why I say that, but he's got a very stately kind of walk to him. Absolutely. Like, look at him walk. It looks like a very well-mannered oxen. Wouldn't you run away from an approaching ox? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, walls coming up here for Vinchester. Is he trying to go for a fast castle? I think he is, if he's going for walls like this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's just going to go for a big old fast castle. That's what it feels like anyway. The farms are already up from him. He knows that, like, going for feudal age army is going to be tough here because there wasn't any boars. And there wasn't much hunt to push in. So if you're going to invest into farms, you might as well just spend that wood wall up and... What the fuck? Okay. Interesting. So he was taking the mouflons over here, and now he's just going to farm to drop off the food. And potentially wall up this area. Did that ox just make a horse sound? Yep. Yep. Yes, it did. That's a great catch. So it's not an ox. It is a horse cosplaying as an ox. And that's why its walk is so stately. It is a show horse pretending to be an ox. He's bilingual? No, he's just cosplaying. Coxplay. That's not what people would normally call cox. Anyway. Stable going up from TaToH. Going for an early feudal here with Franks is not the worst. I mean, you get the farm upgrade, right? You can toss down all your farms and boom up. Also, on a map like this, going scouts is not the worst. And Vinchester is just going for the greediest walls of all time. So TaToH will need to try and shut this down. Vinchester's 2 minutes away from feudal. He will not be able to click up to Castle Age right away. Does not have the food eco to do this, right? Surely. Do you go forward with towers if you're TaToH right now? I know his eco is super, like, super weak, but usually the way to break a big wall off like this is to come forward with towers and deny all of that. Nice job from Vinchester. Walling in that bear. What's the play from TaToH? Just add eco? I guess so. I mean, Vinchester isn't, like I said, he's not going to be able to go Castle Age right away, at least I think. Doesn't have any villagers in the queue. The food count is rising, but it's still only 30 seconds away. Yeah, he's got another villain in the queue. He's not going to be able to do it. And there's the tower from TaToH. I like this. I like this a lot. House. Wall. Can't block the other wall because of the oxen. Blocks off the oxen. And starts repairing. There's the archer range for Vinchester. He gets the eco upgrades. TaToH coming forward with the villager. TaToH's got 6 farms set up already. That's decent. It's really nice. And he's still, like, piggybacking off of the berry bonus for the Franks. Because there's so many berries there. And now he goes to stone. So very similar energy for TaToH on most of these games. He wants to get villagers forward on Vinchester. He wants to keep them defending for the entire time. It's worked twice. But obviously the last 2 games it hasn't worked as well. Now this yurt does not have armor. Vinchester's sending a lot of villagers forward here to try and fight this. And unfortunately for TaToH, he can actually range this tower across the stone in the palisade. So that's really tough for TaToH. Because TaToH can't do shit about this one. He can't attack it with his vills. It is forcing a lot of idle time here, though, from Vinchester. As Vinchester's getting fletching now. TaToH will leave. And he'll just tower somewhere else. Maybe over here somewhere. So Vinch dealt with this tower. He has access to this stone again. But he does not have enough stone currently to go for another one. Anyone speak horse? My horse is a bit rusty, to be honest. Vinchester loses the villager with the last arrow from that tower. That's an unfortunate one. He's just trying to take some stone. TaToH losing a villager now, too. He's dodging the shots. He's trying to save this Vil. And he goes back to build again. The tower's going to go up and Vinchester needs to leave. Nice job from TaToH. So Vinch -1 Vil. TaToH -1 Vil. Resources collected actually really even now. As TaToH's farm eco is looking very consistent behind this. And he's getting the armor for his scouts too. He knows there's going to be no barracks for Khmer. At least very unlikely to be a barracks. So he gets the armor because it's only going to be archers. It's a great call out there from TaToH. If the Khmer don't have a stable, they don't have a barracks. Armor is going to work wonders against these archers if he tries to counterattack. Nice try, Thick Rob. Nice try baiting him. It's only been here 2 days. J-Buddy. It's a new extension on Twitch. Don't believe anything that Thick Rob tells you. He's that guy. Where are those corner farmers dropping their food? You'll never know. They just suck it up. They go. It's like one of those old mail systems in the office buildings. You know, you just throw it in the tube and it's like, boom. And then it shows up on a different floor. I don't know where the tube is. Gaia robbed my 8 sheep. Thank you for the 21 months. Ooh, archers are out here. TaToH needs to pull away. Needs to pull away. He's trying to go for another tower on this side. He saw the farms now that Snow Leopard is interested. And that's very annoying for TaToH. Please don't lose this villager against the Snow Leopard. Okay. He deletes the tower. He's out of here. Nice job from Vinchester to wall forward a little bit to let the archers range that tower. There's the market from TaToH. Resources for TaToH looking really solid. Resources for Vinchester looking really solid as well. Can we see new axemen maybe? With the extended range? That's one thing I haven't seen. Against crossbows, probably not good, but it would be fun. What's the better Civ and Castle Age? Pretty even. I think I like the Khmer farms better. That's my difference maker right now. Khmer farms. It's Vinch going Ballista Elephant. He might just go Castle. He could go Ballista Elephant. What do Franks have against Ballista Elephant? You go Knights, I guess. But if you have crossbows as well, it's kind of tough. Franks don't have the greatest monks, so. Big Wallofs again. Vinchester managing to hold his. TaToH's forward pressure not really getting much done, but he is faster to Castle Age. And guess what? He's sending 2 of these villagers back forward. He was sending them back to his own base for a while there, but they're coming forward again for another siege push, probably. You'd expect Vinch to be first to castle. He had to respond to all of this stuff, right? He is ahead on res collected, though. The farm eco has come in clutch for him, for sure. Khmer farms are kind of crazy. Another tower. Vinch thought he was done with this. And he's like sensing that there might be something going on over here. But the archers aren't enough to stop this. So the tower will go up. TaToH has a presence on this side. Vinchester still doesn't feel like he wants to leave. Not enough archers and no spearmen to keep them safe. And it's not like he could get into TaToH's base anyway. It's full stone wall. Full stone wall and house wall. Who do you guys like better in Imperial Age? Franks or Khmer? Khmer. I kind of like Franks, yeah. I feel like the bombard cannons are big factor in that Civ matchup. TaToH, you could just get... Oh, no, there's an opening here. I was about to say, you could just get trapped here, but... There's an opening. He's fine. University on the way now for Vinchester, and... He'll get the crossbow upgrade. But once again, TaToH holding him into his base. As TaToH goes for a TC back here. You see another long game here, presumably. Khmer, because ballista elephants kill every Frank units. Except Paladin. They don't do very well against Paladin at all. You need a lot of them. And ballista elephant are very expensive. That's like saying Persians because war elephants kill everything. Abishai, thank you for the 18 months. They do have mass? Yeah, that's a lot of resources. We do have a lot of gold, though. 10.3k. 11k. 6k.
Your mom groped me 2 Halloweens ago. Shut the fuck up or I'll take it to Twitter.
TaToH's going for the boar. He is. He's coming in hot, dude. Can he also grab most of the relics? I think he can. Although he hasn't gone for a monastery just yet. Vinchester has already gone for one. I think TaToH has more or less full vision on the map, right? He should. No, he doesn't. Ooh. TaToH. We need some vision in the corners here, dude. It's so important on HyperRandom. Gotta get some eyes on the corners there. Gotta see where the relics are, bro. He pulls all of the light cav back to deal with this ox cart from Vinchester. Nice. And Vinchester now going for the castle here, and he feels safe enough. With that castle going up at home. The light cav kind of AWOL. He feels safe enough to extend outward with the crossbows. Yo, Santa card! Thank you for the 20 gifted, brother. Let's go. Thank you so much. Taking advantage of September. Maybe. I don't know if that applies to gifted subs, but thank you. Big. Huge. Amazingly generous. If he gifted you a sub, make sure you thank him. He's good. He's a good man. Ooh. Vinchester says, see you later, forward villagers. And Vinchester is on the way to Imperial Age? Okay. Why? Huh. Alright, so he's cosplaying as Leary, I guess. He wants to go up to Imp with 50 villagers and go into some Arbalists. He doesn't have bombard cannons. He can make trebs to help the push. But it feels way more valuable for TaToH to sit in Castle Age here and just kind of boom up. He's got his 5th TC on the way. And then he can spam cavalry and just snipe the trebs. Once again, Sandikar, thank you so much, bro. That's very generous of you. Very generous. Oh, ballistics is in, TaToH. Gotta watch out for that. He dodges around. Nice. Okay, so I don't think TaToH's gonna expect this fast of an Imperial Age. The Ballista Elephant is coming out. If TaToH sees that, then he knows what's going to happen with the chop. You can see he's already gotten 2 watchtowers set up. 41 on food here for TaToH. He's catching up on res collected. He's got enough stone for some more towers potentially, but watchtowers without fletching are just places to hide. They're not going to kill anything. And TaToH must see the Bliss Elephant. Yeah, so he knows he's going to get chopped into. Imperial Age is in. Vinchester going to be in with a big old massive Arbalest. And TaToH's like, oh shit, can I get this castle up on time? He's going to have to distract with this Scorpion. And the castle ain't going up, guys. That castle ain't going up. TaToH cannot complete that on time. If he had seen the Bliss Elephant earlier, maybe he goes for something like that. But now Vinchester is in, and suddenly the Imperial Age click is looking pretty nice. TaToH's not prepared to fight up against that. No defensive castle over on this side. 93 villagers against 68. But Bracer on the crossbows is really, really good against the Scorpions. And Vinchester finding value by just sitting on this castle foundation. TaToH going for 2 extra stables, plus 2 armor on the way. Unable to drop off the relic as well. I'd love to see Vinchester even add another TC. Like, he's doing so much with this army here. He doesn't really need to keep adding army for that. Now expand your eco. Still looking pretty good at the moment. And then make a tech switch into cavalry at some point, right? Nice job from Vinchester. TaToH is up here. And this is maybe an area Vinch can't hit. So he does still have gold available. He could get the board. He's got some stone available there potentially. And now the knights are coming out too. TaToH will soon have enough army to fight up against this. If he has 9 knights, once the 9th knight is there with the Scorpions, plus 2 armor, feels like it's going to be enough. He goes after the reinforcements first. And Vinchester realizes he's been walled in. But he can just chop himself a gap whenever he needs to. Nice job from TaToH to clear the reinforcements here. It's kind of a stalemate. Vinchester isn't really doing any more damage back here. TaToH doesn't have that many idled villagers from this. So just clear all of these things. Keep the Arbalest numbers low. MilFX, thank you for the reset, bro. And then mass up to the point where you can eventually take that fight. Res collected is dead even. Chifferobe, thank you for the 51 as well, dude. TaToH deletes the castle. Vinchester leaves now. Lot of Scorpions. The Knights are coming back through the hole that Vinchester just cut, and the Knights are going to surround this. And I think Vinchester isn't going to survive with this Arbalest army, but I could be wrong. He's got some good micro so far. Scorpions aren't really engaging on this. Knights are getting some good chip damage here. Good fight from Vinchester to take whatever value he can. But yeah, these Arbalests are cooked. And TaToH will finally get the castle up. And TaToH can finally think about getting the Imp. That was a really cool Imp click from Vinchester. Like, he knew he was going to get in. And he knew he was going to do so much damage with the Arbalests. But TaToH managed the damage control so well after getting denied off this castle. He didn't try and hard commit to it. He just fell back behind his TCs. There was no trebs to follow up with from Vinchester. No potential for bombard cannons with Khmer. And now he's got a knight army, which will be dangerous when he gets Imp. 100 villagers for Vinch, 123 for TaToH. Res collected still relatively even. They can go for wonders. Think about it. Think about a wonder up here, guys. If TaToH fully, like, mines everything here, or same with Vinchester, you could cut this. I don't know if you could actually fit it, though. I don't know if there's enough flat ground. I don't think there is. I don't think you can build wonders on hills. Dang. That would be so cool, though. Neither of them is in a position to think about a wonder right now, though. They need to spend resources on military. Knight's coming back over for this treb. That's the first treb from Vinch. It almost took out a watchtower. 5 HP on the watchtower. Oh, no. 30 knights from TaToH. Wow. And look at the res. 64 on food right now for TaToH. Oh, baby. Khmer farms are honestly ridiculous. Like, TaToH's still not leading in res collected. He's been ahead by 15, 20 vills for the last couple minutes. He's got so many more farms, and Vinchester's farms are just farming. Literally. Feeding him food. Chivalry. Cavalier. Final armor upgrade. Rohan is on the move right now. And Vinchester needs to be very careful. I'd love to see him mix in Halbs if he could, but I don't even think he has a barracks yet. What does this look like from Vinch's point of view? Oh, he knows. And TaToH can see the treb, and TaToH's trying to trap this army. He's waiting for Cavalier to come in. And the final armor upgrade before he takes this fight. Paladin upgrade will come in immediately, too. Look at the resources for TaToH. So that is the difference maker between these two civs. And Vinchester, he can't hard commit to Cavalier against Frank Paladin. It's just not going to happen, right? There's 4 barracks now going up from Vinch, so he's thinking Halb. One good thing for Vinchester is that he did manage to collect 6 relics. There's only 1 more neutral relic available. TaToH has 2. So maybe that's his thought process. He's like, okay, my gold eco is going to be better, but I mean, there's so much gold, dude. The relics don't even matter. Right? If TaToH takes these golds as well, there's just so much gold available for him. 3K back there, 2,500 over here, some gold over here. There's gold over here as well, and TaToH can see that. Vinchester now trying to go for a castle over here. TaToH's taking this gold. Paladin's about to come in. Once Paladin comes in, these should be enough to defend with the reinforcements. That is the Paladin stable. Hang on a second. Vinchester is attacking the Paladin stable. Looks like it's going to come in on time. Wow. A minute earlier, and TaToH would have been kind of screwed there. All of the villagers, the March of Death, out towards that castle. Vinchester's busy with this fight. TaToH's going to clear this fight. Been chatting Halbs. But like I said, the big difference maker between these two civs is that one of them gets Paladin. Very good Paladin as well, with 192 HP. The other one does not. And now the Paladins are into the main eco of Vinchester. Are they the best Paladins? They used to be. There are some pretty good ones now, though. Teutons have the extra armor, right? Although they're missing husbandry, so they're probably not the best. Lithuanians have the extra attack, which is really solid. I think Lithuanians might be the best. Savar are really good. That's a Paladin variant. I'd still think Franks are probably the best. On like against your average dispersion of units, probably Franks are the best. Cranks are the most versatile, yeah. And they get chivalry as well. And you can see these paladins are just eating. 40 paladins. He's not running out of res anytime soon. These are probably for hand cannons, these archer ranges. Castle's still denied over here. He's going to try and get in on this side. Hey, Vinch. Wonder time, baby. Or actually, TaToH. Wonder time. Put some pressure on. Start fucking twisting the screws in here. Wonder right up here. Because Vinch will get the notification. Axeman time? Axeman would be super sick. Yeah. Build a wonder. TaToH. Build a wonder. What is the number for build a wonder? Is it like 34 or something? 41, 37, 26. I thought 41 was like the enemy sound. 38. Is this the first big tournament with wonder victory? Big tournament? I don't know. The largest prize pool with wonder victory, maybe? I don't know. TaToH going for another castle over here. Build a wonder. Still isn't taking the boar. Damn, dude. So it's just Halbs from Vinch. He has 66 on food, though. And right now, TaToH is kind of feeding his paladin into these Halbs. But bomber cannons, hand cannons now to deal with the Halbs. If Vinchester's waiting for TaToH to run out of gold, I got some bad news for you, Vinch. There was a lot of gold on this map. Even though you have the relics, there is a lot of gold on this map. If one of them realized they could make a wonder, though, and then there was like this desperation wonder defense, that would be so cool. I think 38 is send me your extra resources, right? 37 should be build a wonder. Or 36. I used to know all of them, but I think they've changed some of them. 38 is what you used to spam. If you had a computer player in Rambit TD, and you were playing with only like 4 players, and there were 2 computers to fill the extra 2 spots, you'd load into the game with 38 on your paste, and you just paste that shit over and over again. Try and get all the res early. Oh, Vinch, you're in trouble, brother. No wood. Lots of food with 72 on food. Lots of gold coming in with 6 relics and 20 on gold. How to fight this, though? Disney ass looking Frank Castle over here. Trying to push Vinch, and Vinch is... Well, there's only 1 bomber cannon left. He's still got a good production crew. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. So maybe he could go into like... Could he go elephant here? Not ballista elephant. Just straight up elephant. He's got the stables. He's got the upgrades. Bliss Elephant doesn't seem possible because you just don't have the castle number at the moment. He's losing a lot of ills too. Although he has 146, so it's not that bad. TaToH trying to go for petards to bust in here. Vinchester calls it. TaToH takes the win. 3-2. A very even set so far. And that one came down to... I think just the lack of damage done by the early Imperial Age. It was a nice attempt from Vinch, but really good damage control from TaToH. And then the Civ at the end of the day. You don't want to play late game against Franks if you're Khmer in that situation. Unless you're trying something like Bliss Elephant, maybe. Elephant, but Vinchester was just trying to play standard. Kind of got cooked for it a little bit. So 3-2 for TaToH. It's been a long set already, which is good. I like it. Hopefully the players aren't dying. They should be fine. At least the games have been competitive, so that keeps you in it. I like my AoE like I like my titties even set. Okay. Yes, the 24-hour weeb embargo is still in place right now. Favorite map during the tourney so far? HyperRandom. I agree, dude. Listen. Fuck Kevin. Okay? Thank you, FM, for the 42 months. FM's flight got delayed by 7 hours, and then he missed the connection flight, and when he called the airline, who answered but Kevin? And Kevin said, I don't know, man. I guess you just got to get a new ticket. Like, there's nothing we can do. Word for word. Word for word. And then Kevin hung up. Kevin didn't care, dude. I redeemed a non-weeb emote a while back. This is kind of weeb, though. We'll enable it, but it's a little weeby. It's a cosplay.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I posted
Airlines suck? No, airlines don't suck. Kevin sucks. Jay Balla, thank you for the 42 months. Leo Shreds, thank you for the 6 months in advance. Salute to that one. Yo, very, very generous. Taking advantage of September. I feel like airlines don't suck. They're just full of Kevins. Airlines do suck? Yeah, they do. But it's because they're full of Kevins. Alter Ego, thank you for the 22. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's very few airlines in the world that I actually like. I like Iceland Air. I feel like they're very friendly. And if you're like late for a connection, because the only people that run through Reykjavik are Iceland Air, they will literally like never leave without you. You like EasyJet? I've never flown EasyJet. Air Canada just loves threatening strikes. I like the staff at Air Canada.
For black holes, is Jupiter soup or salad?
The staff are quite nice. The entertainment is on the plane is really good for the transatlantic flights. The food is okay for Air Canada. Like, Air Canada's all right. They just pack all their flights to the fucking brim, dude. CRRRS. Thank you for the 9 months. Earth is a ravioli. It is. Ooh, okay. Some different civs now for this one. We are going to have game number 6 coming up. TaToH winning 3-2 over Vinchester. Winner gets 300. Loser gets 200. So it's basically battling out for $100 here. And just because they want to win, you know. Let me get the colors set up. And we're going to have some sort of weird Arena Islands combination with a Elite Ratha to start. So TaToH immediately comes forward and starts laming the hell out of Vinchester, who is playing as the Way. We also have Rhinos here. Vinchester's going to bring that in with his Ratha. It's a fully walled map with some fish on the outside. Got to be careful with these docks, too, because the Ratha can do some damage. Islands are so unfair, are they? I mean, same amount of golds, right? It's just a little bit bigger for Vinch. What is your least favorite airline? Re from TaToH. Okay. He doesn't want to play a water map with Madgars. Vinchester already used his Re. So we're out of Re's. Least favorite airline. I have a least favorite airport. feel like most airlines are equally shit, though. The Luftwaffe. True. Frankfurt is my least favorite airport. I hate that place. Hate it. Terrible. De Gaulle is not that bad, though, in my opinion, but Holio. I've been through De Gaulle quite a few times. It's not that terrible. Frankfurt is the worst. You should see the Frankfurt train station. I've been there multiple times, bro. I also hate that. But that's just a standard, from what I understand, that's just a standard German train system deal. It shows your train coming in, and then 30 minutes later, when you're wondering why it's late, you hear an announcement on the thing, and it's like... And that was the announcement letting you know that your train that was already 30 minutes late, which everyone expected to show up 30 minutes late because it's a German train, would just not be coming anymore. Cool. And you thought that was them announcing it in German. No, but no, that was the second announcement that they made after the German one in English for all of the English speakers out there. Frankfurt train station is all right. It's what's around it that's horrible. Oh, you mean like all the people, the characters hanging around? There's some real creatures around that train station. I was hanging out there for like 2 hours before. Ever been in a hijacked plane? No. Okay, welcome in. Game number 6. Aztecs for Vinchester. Italians for TaToH. And we're going to have them set up on the flat ground on either side. We got some boars available. 454 food on that boar. 292 food on this boar. Some foxes as well. Also horses you can push in. Plenty of hares around, but only 50 food on each one of these. So not super valuable. And there's not a ton of starting food other than the boars. Although you do start with a mule cart. So you can come out and take those hares. Or you can make a mill there, whatever. Whatever you want to do. In the center, there is food, however. With the forage bushes available. Also gold and stones. All of this will be focused through this middle area on this giant hill, most likely. Let's take a look at what they can see. Vinchester, exploring through the center here. Sees all the resources. Sees the big wood line on the sides. TaToH going for a barracks. And he's going to scout with his horse over here. And Vinchester's actually going to start to wall this off. So I'm not certain that the militia will actually get much value. They will secure this middle area, though. Actually, I don't hate Aztecs in this situation. If you can get a good push through the center with like a monk siege push or eagles or something like that, I feel like this center area is just going to matter so much. You definitely don't want to take it late game against Italians with Aztecs on a closed map like this. So Vinchester's going to have to do something in Castle Age. Whee! That man sniped her from a distance. Jeez. And TaToH now coming out with the militia. My dude's brought backup this time. He's coming out to take all these hares. He didn't see the ones at the back. So he made the militia to secure this area, maybe? He's going to have them regardless, but he didn't see the hares available to him at the back of the base, unfortunately. Now we have Vinchester coming out here for these ones. He's going to run into some wildlife. And he doesn't have loom either. So we'll see how Vinchester deals with this. He can take the foxes. If he gets super greedy here, he can try and take the foxes for the gold. And not get loom. And lose a villager against the wildlife as well. Maybe 2. Oh, God, bitch! No! Dude! Oh, my goodness. No loom, bro. No loom. Oh, Vinchester loses 2, and we thought it was bad for TaToH. Vinchester does get the kind of full wall up, though. That is really rough for him. That guy is holding on by a thread. And now the militia are coming in here, and Vinch can see them. Vinch can see them. Vinch can see them. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Last second walls from Vinchester to stop these militia coming in, and he still doesn't have looms, so that is a huge wall off for him after losing 2 villagers. He's going to be like, oh man, I'm so far behind. I lost 2 vills. TaToH also lost 1. Not that big of a deal. Oh, she's coming forward to chop. Dude, she's ready to chop. Is she, though? Is she really, though? She's going to chop the straggler tree. TaToH already lost one to a long-distance snipe. And he walls that one in. TaToH's not having fun with this wildlife at all, dude. Vinchester walled behind the trees now. So she's coming to chop, but like, where? He wants to get in here. He's going to go back, and he's going to realize he wasted all that time to come forward with this villager, because Vinchester is not an idiot. Can he chop anywhere else? GG. I guess we're going to game 7. That is the most confusing GG of all time for Vinchester. He had a game to give up. Guys, he had a game to give up. He didn't know about Vinch's lost bills. He can't get in with his Drush. I see the perspective. I don't like it. But he had a game to give up, and we're going to game 7. That is, from Vinch's POV, after losing 2 villagers against wildlife, you'll take it. You'll honestly take it. Bro's tired. He also did play a 2-hour. He did play a 2-hour Rage Force before this, so they just go into game 7. Vinch must be like, excuse me? Excuse me, what? You did what? You what? Like, from TaToH's POV, his opponent is fully walled. The Drush didn't work at all. And he also sent that villager forward, and he lost a villager against the wildlife. Wow. Melee for the 3rd time this set. It's going to be TaToH this time around, playing as melee. Vinchester had them twice, and they start with an Ponari Castle. 6,000 HP. Up against the edge of the map for both of them, and they start with a monastery as well. I don't know if you can make units out of this. I'm not certain. It does have 13 attacks, so it's very, very powerful, and you can fit 25 units in it. So it will defend the edge of the map for both of them. Not the most valuable area, to be fair, for Vinchester. A little bit more valuable for TaToH because it's on the gold. Vinchester is like protecting nothing. Last time I've seen that castle, they couldn't make units. Yeah. Japanese for Vinchester, Malay for TaToH. Do we have 2 Rees in best of 7? TaToH says, I have no idea. I have no idea either. We're going off the rules for Masters of HyperRandom. 2 restarts per player in a best of 7. Hey. I said let's go off the rules. I said let's go off the rules. And we'll go off the rules, dude. I gotta stay consistent. It says 2 per player.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pulled a surprise visit. She was like, oh.
Cool. Okay, so another read here. We'll get through our reads real quick. That one was going to be a little bit strange, that matchup. And it's not really a matchup that Vinchester wanted to play there with those civs. Why, though? I mean, his castle is not in a valuable position. He probably assumes that TaToH is in a better position than that. And Japanese against Malay on a map like that, I don't know. Vinch was unhappy TaToH had not resigned yet. There you go. Jolt, thank you for the 37 months. All right, Goss versus Vietnamese. There we go. Let's see if TaToH reads this one. I think TaToH might read this one. Oh, they're so close. They are so close. Goths are good for the extended value on the hunt as well. But they can't really get over to each other's islands. There's this tiny little gap here. Very hilly islands. Vinchester's definitely got a bigger one than TaToH. Bigger island than TaToH. And Vinchester also has a lake in the back. Although TaToH, a lot more area to fish back here. So it kind of balances out. Starting with 16 vills. Oh, they also started with an insane amount of vills, too. Yep. It was kind of like an Empire Wars, kind of in between Empire Wars regular start. And that's how they were able to get the docks up so quickly. Mahazama, you are so comfortable here. Making other people uncomfortable, to be honest, bro. So TaToH can see the fishing ship from Vinchester. He knows he's right there. Vinchester knows TaToH's right there because he's Vietnamese. And I guess the question is, does TaToH feel comfortable playing a water map against Vietnamese with Goss? I don't know. Would you? Goths have Dromans, man? Yeah. I mean, he's up first. He's up to feudal age before Vinchester. And that's probably because his loom came in instantly. Why this resigned last game? I don't know. TaToH lost Seville. He didn't know Vinchester lost 2. His opponent was fully walled while he was going for a drush. He tried to chop through it. Didn't work. He had a game to give up. I don't know, dude. You'd have to ask him. There's also a lot of annoyance value in the Goss. There is. Does he play galleys here, or does he play fire galleys? He's still not on gold. Looks like he's sending 4 out to golds. Mining camp here? No. Mining camp here? Mining camp here? There. Surely fire galleys when the enemy dock is right there? Maybe. It's always a risk, right? If your opponent goes galleys and you go fire galleys, you might be able to control the numbers. But if they ever mass up, it's going to be a problem for you, and it's going to be galleys for TaToH. So he's got an extra 20 seconds to produce these galleys. Let's see what it's going to be for Vinchester. I would suspect it's going to be galleys as well. 1 fire galley. Maybe just because of the timing. Disadvantage to feudal age. How long can they re for, Dave? They can't re now. It's up to 4 minutes in game time that they can re. TaToH. Coming forward with these galleys. He's going to be able to snipe some fish from Vinchester. This fish will definitely go down, I think. Vinchester trying to repair him, buy some time until the fire galleys come out, but this guy's dead. And so will this guy be dead. Fire galleys are coming out, though. And TaToH will add fire galleys of his own. So he went for 2 galleys to snipe the fish and to act as support units for his own fire galleys. And there's the market for TaToH as well. Maybe he could sell the stone and go up to Castle Age quick? Maybe? Blacksmith? I think he wants to go up to Castle Age. He's got a lot of food from these villagers coming in. He could sell the stone. Can maybe try and go up. He's going to take care of this fire galley with his galleys over here, and that's annoying for Vinchester. Can't add additional fishing ships, that's for sure. And TaToH scouting the whole shoreline all the way over here with this fish. He's just trying to run with that thing, I think. If he goes up to Castle Age fast and gets the war galley upgrade, fires, like proper fire ships, could absolutely run this area. And with these galleys still alive, I mean, Vinchester, ooh. With those galleys still alive, Vinchester can't really go for a fish boom until he clears those up, because they could just come in and snipe the fish again. He's added 2 extras only. And TaToH, I mean, he's still competitive on water, right? He's still got fire galleys over here. Can he sneak away with this transport ship without Vinchester seeing it? He can. He snuck away with the transport ship. Vinchester does not see it. TaToH is going to go up to Castle Age, and TaToH is sneaking a villager over to this side. And he still has the galleys over here, so Vinchester still needs to be careful about these. He's trying to add in some fishing ships now, so he's only now taking advantage of the fact that TaToH's not really investing on water anymore. This villager's coming in here. TaToH needs to make sure he doesn't lose it to wildlife. It looks like she's going to be fine. And the barracks is going up. Where is the scout? Vinchester has already scouted this area. He hasn't seen a transport ship at all. TaToH's hiding the transport ship. He's coming back in here with the galleys. Might be able to take out the fish. Vinchester being very sneaky, or very cautious here, rather, with his fire galley against the sneaky galleys. And he'll lose a fishing ship. And he might lose another one. Nice job from TaToH. Nice job from Vinch to clear that up. Stable. So it'll be knights to open things up from TaToH. Vinchester still behind on res collected as the eco upgrades come in from TaToH, but he is controlling this middle area, and that seems like one of the most important parts of the map. Now it's been discovered. The forward has been discovered, so concerning times for Vinchester here. Probably assumes that TaToH is on the way up to Castle Age. I think this timing might catch him off guard. But he goes for a market, and he doesn't have a barracks, he doesn't have an archer range, doesn't have anything. Goes to stone for potentially tower defense. Hot take, sneak villagers should be able to contaminate enemy pawns. Okay. So it's like Lars when he comes and stays at your house for a night. Contaminate how? I don't know. He brings that weird ammonia fish in a tin, and you can't use the room for another month. Whatever it's called, I can't remember. It starts with an S. Norwegians, yeah. All right, so Scorpion's coming out from TaToH. That's a weird one. You feel like it should be Rams or Mangonels or something, but maybe he didn't have the resources he needed. It's a minute and 20 seconds away for Vinchester. And Vinch could go for a castle. He could also transport and drop a castle over here. We could make this real crazy if you're Vinchester. You can make this real wild if you wanted to. Stone walls on this side should be enough to keep TaToH out for a while. Vinch does actually lose a villager against that, which is unfortunate. But TaToH adding eco behind. So TaToH is just distracting with this push. It's going to force the castle from Vinchester likely in a defensive position back here to secure his main base. And then he's going to expand his eco on this side. And at any point, TaToH can redock. There's just not enough presence on water from Vinchester. He can redock and try and take back water as well. There's the castle from Vinchester. Ooh, the knights are in. This could be very annoying. Can TaToH not see that? Oh my god. He ran right past. He ran right past it. Oh no, dude. Just out of sight from TaToH. Barely out of sight. Handcart on the way for Vinch. He's going to have a hyper efficient eco with the Vietnamese. And fishing ships are coming out. And he's made the transport ship. He wants to bring the Rattan archers over. This could be a big problem for TaToH. If those Rattan archers get there quick, all of his military is over here. He will only have TCs to defend. I think he suspects something. He's going to stone now. But there's nothing to stop these Rattans from just roaming through your eco. Vinch should probably wait till he has like 4 or 5. He's also sending a Mangonel. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, plus side for TaToH is that the Rattans won't be over on this side to defend. And neither will the Mangonel, but this is difficult here for TaToH. And TaToH sees it. And he's like, oh crap. Goes for a siege workshop on this side now. Pulls the villagers back towards the TC. Rattans do have Bodkin arrow. They don't have ballistics. We still have like 10, 12 villager lead for TaToH, but 6 fishing ships at the same time for Vinch. As TaToH converts the scout. And Vinchester runs out this way. Vinchester is not on wood at the moment. He is transporting villagers over here to find a safe wood line to take. What on earth? What on earth? Vinchester is trying to migrate to safety over to TaToH's base, and he's going to run into the TC from TaToH. He sees the farm there. And let's check out TaToH's vision on this. He does not see that. And he was very busy with this stuff over here to even notice that. They are both on the struggle bus right now. The wood line from Vinchester was cut off. TaToH can now see villagers chopping this wood. He's sending these vills to take care of the Mangonel. Vinch wants to pull that back to the Navy, so TaToH has to be careful there. He's got a Mangonel of his own, and he sees the villagers here. So he knows something's going on. He probably expects like 5 vills. Do we think he expects 16? Nope. And Vinchester's now buying stone, so he probably wants a castle right here on the TC from TaToH. TaToH trying to repair the Mangonel. He's not going to get there in time. Rattan's making life extremely difficult for him. And now the Mangonel is looped over this way. And Vinch is going to go for a castle right here on this big hill. Right here on this big hill. He bought like 600 stone for this castle. He goes for it in the gully. In between the 2 TCs. I think this is Vinchester's set. What a play from Vinchester to transport all of the villagers over here. TaToH knows the eco from him is kind of a clusterfuck. I mean, why would he be over there taking wood if it wasn't? But, I mean, his eco is a disaster now. With the Rattans just roaming around, doing whatever they want to do. Full faith on this monk. TaToH will get the conversion because I think Vinchester didn't notice that earlier. And now TaToH's coming out for this Mangonel again. Vinchester's wood eco is still an absolute disaster piece. And TaToH finally gets a conversion on the Ratans. There we go. I mean, it's about time for TaToH to load up 20 vills in this one and come back over here. He did convert a Ratan over here, so it's still annoying at Vinchester's base for sure. What a weird game, bro. What a weird game here. We have 54 vills for TaToH, 46 for Vinchester. We have the fishing eco for Vinchester as well. But he's being attacked at home, and now he's losing villagers at home. TaToH is like fully garrisoned with his eco, trying to survive against the castle in the center of his island. And yeah, it looks like he got a big shot against the Ratans with the Mangonel over there. Knight's finding a Ratan, but they're going to die against the castle. This guy survives for a little bit. Is the villager still alive here from TaToH? I think not, right? Oh, she is. Oh, she's still there. She's still alive. And TaToH goes for a castle over here. That's a wild castle position over here. $55 villagers against 48 villagers from Vinch. But Vinch has 6 fishing ships. How efficient are they? Barely on this side. TaToH trying to redock too. Goes for fire galleys. So he wants to take care of the fishing eco from Vinchester. He hasn't made a vill in a long time. 22 minutes of idle TC time here from TaToH. He has no food eco. And okay, well, TaToH's hard committing to a tower to try and save his villagers over here. Vinchester looks like he dropped off his entire army and villagers on this side. And TaToH's on the run once more. He has 41 villagers in a dream. Great play from Vinchester to drop these off. That was his gold villagers over here. He dropped them all off as well as the Ratans. TaToH, no eco. At all. And no army either. You played 2 hours to die like this? Damn, dude. Nice job from Vinchester. He takes this after TaToH wins the first 2 games. 4-3 is exactly what I wanted to see. Shout out to both of these players. Nice little preview for Masters of HyperRandom 3. Signups close tomorrow. And the tournament starts on Monday. And you better believe that these are 2 of the favorites going into this tournament. TaToH and Vinchester, 2 of the most versatile players in our scene. So, should be fun. If you like what you see, I will be trying to broadcast most of the games. I'm technically the host channel for this event. So, give me your support, please. Thank you. And Andy, yes, Andy will be a potential favorite as well. Viper's participating. I think we got everyone except Hera. Leary said he probably would sign up today as well. So I think we got most of the big players except Hera. MBL signed up super early for Kachia. MBL signed up a long time ago. Now, whether he remembers there's a tournament actually going on is a different question. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, the information for the tournament should be in the information below the video. And if you're on Twitch, !MOHR3. It's going to be fun. Our first bracket is going to be a big one for the qualification stage. And then we go into group stages later. Harry's afraid because it's A tier. No, he's got stuff to do before the Chinese LAN. So he told me he didn't want to have to toss in another tournament where he's scheduling like multiple matches a week when he's got traveling to do, and then he has to go to prepare for the Chinese LAN. So that's understandable.